but it made me very proud. And speaking of being proud, I guess we are now good to go.
Quick,
We are
Andrew,
now
say
live.
the thing! Say the thing mid-sentence like you were something embarrassing!
Boners.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh,
Hold on.
now
I
you'll just have to do it
tripped over.
next week.
Oh,
Dang.
right. Oh, are we
Oh.
rolling? We're good?
I
Oh, we're
tripped
on.
over
You'll
boners.
have to tell us about your rash next week.
Oh, my rash.
Oh no.
I do
Yep.
actually have a brief crazy story to share. This was just told to me over dinner. Apparently, a year after I graduated from my high school, some parent of some kids at that high school was arrested for trying to have her husband killed.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And I have yet to do it, but I was like, well, I need to Google and find the story because like I'm probably gonna recognize who this lady is and know who her kids were, you know. So I might or might not be doing that while we're recapping because I'm so curious. But anyways, that's my story to start us off.
So who
spousal
would
murder.
like to recap? It won't be Tony.
Nope. I gotta look up a murder story.
Last time we started with, I believe it was shortly after the removing curses of the little boy and Gregor.
There was a rain flashback.
There was another rain
There was.
flashback.
I think
She
it was
was-
a perfectly normal family reunion, and nothing bad happened, correct? I think that's what it was, right?
No, this
No.
flashback was her working in acquisitions, and the people dropped off.
Death Note.
A lot
Yeah.
of paperwork.
The Death Note. I forget what did they drop off to her?
Oh, they dropped off a puzzle box.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
And she was like, "Oh, what's this?" And then it sort of ended there. I mean, she
Yeah.
couldn't figure it out in the flashback.
Yep.
But that's
And then-
when Pinhead showed up, and things got crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I should say for the pacing today, if anybody's expecting that we're gonna get through like all of Rain's mind thing, don't worry about that. Like, let everything go at the pace that it naturally goes. I will find a natural off point, but there's no way we're gonna get through all of it. It's gonna be a big thing. So, so don't worry about that. Just have fun, enjoy, explore as you will. I know that there's a lot of like sendings
What if I
or
don't wanna have
scrying
fun?
or dreams or whatever else. So do whatever it is that you want to do as we go
Fun
up
is
to that.
stupid.
But in any case, yeah. So that was the flashback, and then we cut back forward to you guys leaving town. And
right.
there
And then
was
we-
it started with a guy named Bill, I guess.
Yeah, he pointed out that Anwar looked super like one of his friends called Ember, and we were all like, "Oh, what?" And Anwar
Jury's
was
still
like,
out
"Hey,
whether Anwar actually looks like Ember or not.
that's true. It might be like, oh, you know, all Fire Genasi look-alike situation. In which case, it's
Yeah.
a real like,
Ugh. Met your
And so
friend. yeah. Don't listen to him.
and then but you ended up getting something of his so that we can actually
cursed
spy
mug.
on Ember. Yeah, that's right, the cursed mug. Not that it's actually cursed; it just looks cursed.
No, it's lowercase cursed.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, we found out that Gregor's just dying,
Yeah,
consistently
just
dying.
slowly losing life
Mhm.
energy. Yep.
And I think
Yep,
we figured
God
we
egg.
because Kamira's kid's probably gonna be in the same situation, so we might as well figure out this diamond situation on Gregor first.
I do want to
potentially.
point out that we never actually checked on the kid, so there might just be a totally dead kid in Lamprey.
I mean, there were a couple temples in that village. Maybe they have it under control. Who knows? One can hope.
But yeah, so I think it was a combination of death warding and what was the other thing? Was it just cure wounds?
There
No.
was a greater restoration to bring him
That's
back to his con to full, which bought him some time.
But he keeps draining past that. And then we made it to Underhill.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to walk into the woods to the little house where Rain was. I don't remember if there was anything else in Underhill that was important.
You saw your good old friend Reggie River Rider, but that's about it. You did find some stables for the wagon, so you could go in on your own.
Yeah, so we walked over to this lake house, and it turns out it's like an institution for people that are not 100% there in one way or another. And so two things happen. We finally saw Rain, who is there catatonic seemingly, and they were like, oh yeah, she'll be better in like 20 years or so. And everybody was like, ah! But we also found Audra's uncle there, who is like chaotically suspicious of everything, pretty out of his mind as well. And so hopefully the party will be able to come back and help him as well. But I think the general consensus was like, okay, maybe we just take Rain out of here. And the plan was to go up to Inger's house so that she can do the ritual to go into her mind and heal her. And then while we're there, someone will end up learning that same ritual in some way so that we can take it back and possibly use it to help Audra's uncle and maybe other people, which might be a cool little arc for our group.
Yeah, absolutely. And so with that, we're gonna have our last Rain flashback before we delve into her mind. Rain. This is a memory of you being at a Imperial military camp in the kind of on the edge of the Great Forest. And this was a really scary time in your life because for a while you were under siege and completely surrounded by various Fae and other kind of freedom fighter people. And you were hunkered down with your captain and a few other soldiers. And the soldiers are starting to fret that, like, I don't know, maybe reinforcements are going to come back in time. I don't know. Is there really any hope? Should we give up? And the captain gives a rousing speech about, like, no, we must fight, even if it's to our deaths. Remember, we are fighting for something. We're fighting for peace, for security, for prosperity, for progress. And so he goes on and on about this speech about never giving up. And again, your mind gets fuzzy. You forget how you got out of that situation and survived. You just remember that was a key moment for you when you were really scared, but you had this resolve to keep on going. And that's where all we're going to have for that little flashback. And we are going to go back to the rest of you guys in the modern day. There's about 4 days of travel in between where you were. It's about a day you got to go back to Underhill, pick up the wagon, carry people over, and head towards Inger's house. And during that time, you've got some options for scrying, dreaming, sending, all sorts of stuff. So what do you guys want to do during that time when you have some leisure time? I would say that during these travels you don't encounter any kind of combat or anything like that. It's pretty smooth sailing as far as travels goes. You have to kind of avoid Crabclaw a little bit if you don't want to see Lowpaw, but besides that, it's pretty smooth sailing.
I'm assuming Ember is high on the list of scrying right now.
Yeah, I would say first off, let's send a sending to the druid and his apprentice.
Okay.
If we haven't already, just say you assist us with this ritual.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll respond back saying absolutely, yeah. And he's gonna send the apprentice over Inger's way. Inger knows, or Sorsha knows the way to Inger's place, so he will accompany her, but then leave her there for whenever you guys get there.
For sake of keeping track of my spell slots, although if we got a couple days where we're just kind of doing stuff, maybe it's not as important, but have we long rested since last time, Richard? Are we on to a new day or still going?
Yeah, we'll just call it day 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so I don't necessarily need to track these slots. We just know I have X number of things available.
Yeah, you have 4 potential scries.
That's
Well,
like
actually,
I'm sorry.
I guess it would be 3 because on day 4,
Yeah.
that's when you get there. You might want to
We'll
say
be getting
so. We'll call it 3 scries and a ton of sendings, I guess.
And
Yeah,
technically 6 dreams.
6 dreams.
Yeah,
Okay.
and technically 18 sendings.
Yeah, there you go. So you got plenty of sendings
Yeah.
on your way.
We got minutes.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Is this night weekend? Awesome.
17 technically, since we just sent one off to what's his name tracks, but yeah.
Okay. So, who would you like to contact and/or spy on, or mess with in dreams, or whatever during your travels, or anything else you want to do during your travels? There might be, gods or deities or whatever you might want to reach out to by other means. So, whatever you want to do.
We could do the Ember thing first.
I'd be
Okay.
down with that.
So I think for that, in order to use dream, so Anwar wants to speak to this guy, and in order to do so in a dream, he has to be familiar with him. So to be familiar with him, he needs to spy on him. And by spying on him, he needs to scry on him. So
Gotcha.
he's going to use his cursed cup and that mirror that we got, and we're going to attempt to scry on this guy.
All right. So, night 1, you've made camp, and you pull out the mirror and you begin to do some scrying. So, what is the DC based off of what you got?
We have a possession of his, and
Mhm.
what else?
Not much else. You have a first name, which is probably a common name for.
Yeah. Okay, so
So, all right, hold on.
it's-
We have likeness or picture, which,
okay,
according to Bill, Anwar looks like him.
sure.
So-
Okay, sure.
I think that should be a hidden modifier.
so-
We don't
That's
know.
that's a hidden modifier.
Okay, so he has a minus 12, but he's second hand because we have only heard of him, so it's a plus 5, so it's a net minus 7. Oh, sorry, no. It is a we do not have a body part of his. We have a possession.
You know.
My bad. It's a net minus 1 for him.
I can get us a body part.
It's either a net -1 or a net +1, depending on how accurate.
Perfectly balanced.
True.
Yeah.
And it's DC 14. However you're gonna.
When
Alright.
Andra starts to do the scrying spell, Anwar does the thing where when someone checks your card and you
Mhm.
try to make your face that looks like the card. It's like
Yeah, I'm like looking back and forth.
You start doing the thing, and the mirror fogs up, and then eventually, just a big flame comes up in a way of making everything obscured, and you can't see anything. And then eventually, the flame goes out, and then you're back to just looking at a mirror of yourselves.
Well, I guess we know what it looks like when the spell fails.
Either that or he's dead.
True.
yeah,
Or in
he might be
fire.
hell.
Or maybe he is just fire, yes. Well, we can try again tomorrow. I'm sorry, Anwar.
It happens. I really want to know if he looks like me or not.
I kind of do. I imagine there's a moment, because we see ourselves in the mirror for a second, where, we all
Yeah.
look over and we see what we think might be Ember, but then we go, oh, nope,
Oh.
Anwar.
Oh.
Wow, he's got 4 friends that look just. Oh.
It's a whole shadow party. Oh, wait, maybe? Guys, what if it is, though? Because there's the Chimera lookalike, too.
Well.
Anyways.
That
guess
one
we'll-
you would have a physical description because you saw a picture of. However, having seen pictures of yourselves, again, how accurate is it?
Yeah.
Extremely accurate. It's
I
the
just-
best
Like I said, fingers are crossed. I really hope it's a guy who actually looks like the wanted poster. Just the sniveling Harry Potter.
So anything else on day/night 1 as far as sendings or dreams or anything else?
Kind of want to talk to the Moonblade a bit, but like nothing we have to go into. It's just kind of like getting more familiar with him.
Okay. Do you want to just roll a general charisma or persuasion check just to see if you can get on its good side a bit more? Because I think it'll naturally be a little disinterested with you.
Yeah. All right. Just no. Why roll a normal charisma check when I could roll a persuasion?
Dirty 20. Yeah. It begins to get curious with you after spending some time with it. You've moved it from disinterested to curious.
Right on.
That karma slider. It's moving.
Well, guess I'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Anything else for night 1? Day/night 1. I will say that Gregor, having been in that calm emotion sense where he kind of opened up to Chimera quite a bit, afterwards has been a little more quiet. Just like, oh, that got really real. And so he's just kind of been, nodding. He'll eat when he can eat and stuff like that. Let me roll some con saves for him real quick. He hasn't been, well, do you death ward him each day?
Yeah, I mean, because we still have to have our diamond discussion, which, by the way, that's the thing we could RP on this particular night. But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, I would say, because that was the plan until we fix him.
Okay, because it only lasts for 8 hours, and so
Right.
during some of that time where he's not death warded, he did not save very well, so he's losing some of his con again.
Okay. How quickly is that happening? Like, how soon does he have to make a save?
I'd say like every 4 hours. Every 4 hours,
Okay.
and if he fails, he rolls a d4.
So basically, because the death ward prolongs it, it's kind of as a death ward expires. Would you say like basically?
Yeah.
Like if I death ward him right as the 8 hours are up, we're saying he still has to make a save before that next death ward. Like I can't just chain him.
How many death wards can you do in a day?
I can cover a full 24 hours. I have 3 level 4 slots.
Oh, well, shit, never mind. If you keep on using all of them, then yeah, you can sustain them throughout.
Yeah. That means only 9 sendings, but I have 4. Yeah, I can do that. Assuming
Okay.
I assume. Let me double check the cleric thing. I'm pretty sure I have 3. I just want to make sure I didn't mistype that. But
Okay.
yeah, I think we could have a discussion about the diamond and whatnot tonight.
Yeah, if you want to talk about that, go for it. I'd say that at some point you guys make camp, you got a little fire going, and things seem pretty peaceful, and you're not hearing any suspicious sounds anywhere.
And double checking, yes, I do have 3 level 4 slots, so I can keep him in a perpetual 24-hour ward.
It's like being a vampire all over again.
Yeah.
You guys notice that we're not attacked by wolves at night anymore? It seems to happen so often, and now it rarely happens anymore.
So I guess like when
Are you lamenting because you want to be attacked?
No,
Well,
I'm not. It's nice to
Well,
not
the
be
first-
attacked by wolves. It's just
Well, to be
interesting that
fair,
this
you're
happens.
not in the forest or the swamp right now,
That's
so
true.
you're in safe territory.
you weren't there, Clementine, but the first time we were attacked by wolves, I tried to do something helpful, and instead turning invisible just made them all attack Anwar. So wolves aren't his thing, I don't think.
So you
I mean,
almost
hot
killed
girls.
your friend.
It would be more of a
Yes.
manslaughter.
The differences in answers are great.
That's definitely like the word bubbles are on screen at the exact same time. So after like at some point, I guess like I death ward Gregor, I give him like his nighttime death ward, tuck him in, give him a death ward, and then as he's like by the tree or whatever, just okay. Hey, can we all have a discussion really quickly about this whole thing? I mean, okay, yes, I can keep doing this, but I think burning one of our diamonds is the only way to actually fix him. And I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest. It's not my problem. I don't want to be responsible for the death of Chimera's ex-husband, but you know, it is what it is. But also, if your son is in the same state, Chimera, we're going to need to potentially use a diamond on him, and it might be better to use Gregor as a guinea pig than your son. I know that's not the most tactful thing, but I've been thinking about it.
An interesting way to put it. I mean, obviously we need him around to get done what we need to get done, so I'm not opposed. However, I do not have the funds to reimburse us later.
Reimburse us for a diamond, you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I
we
mean,
have
just need
two, and we
we
are
just
about
need
to
to get the Icewind Dahlia, you know?
right. We are
Easy
about to get
peasy.
our hands on more. I mean,
I love how it's like no question on success. It's like that's the go-to.
we're
the
gonna do it. It's
attitude.
gonna be fine.
That's
Guys,
the attitude I'm here for.
we
All
fought
right.
trees. We fought like squid-faced dictators. We can get some diamonds, I think.
Oh, you strange mortals.
By the end of this campaign, we're gonna attack and dethrone God. Okay, we can take a couple diamonds. Yeah. So I mean, it might be best just to burn one to test it. That's where I've started to lean. But obviously, in a combat situation, you know I would use one in a heartbeat to bring any of you up. But this is different, and I don't want to just do that without bringing it before the rest of you first. Also, I've never used that spell before, so I don't know how it's gonna go.
Audra does raise a point. We can't put this off forever. Right now, we have no other way of healing Gregor. Just kind of delaying the inevitable.
Are there no temples near us?
We have one at the top of the mountain.
Though you'd have to get him up the mountain. And we're not very popular at the top of the mountain.
Oh, what'd you do to them?
Nothing. Or
It's just
wait.
the inhabitants of the mountain that don't like us.
Right. Yeah.
People like us.
Not the goats.
Not a
Goats
whole
didn't
lot of
like us.
people though. I was mixing up my mountains though. I absolutely was mixing up my mountains. There's one mountain that doesn't like us. There's one that's I mean, I say give it a shot. If we need to buy another diamond, then we can hopefully buy another diamond.
The real question is, are you okay if this doesn't work?
I'll have to be.
We can get more diamonds, one way or another.
At least we
Only
can
one
say
of
we
them.
tried though. So
Would it
I
not
know.
involve killing them?
Or letting him die.
I mean, I suppose that'd be like a silver lining though, right? Technically. Because I hate him. But I mean, you know,
Get
it's not great.
process.
Richard, could I do... I mean, I know obviously we got a lot of, like, explanation about it last episode. Could I roll an Arcana specifically to determine, like, do we need to let him die, or can I just cast this and that'll fix it?
I think for your take, that'd be religion, not
Oh, sure.
Arcana.
Religion, yeah. Okay. 19's pretty good.
You pray on it for a bit, and you think that you might, because he's technically dead already.
Yeah.
That you should be able to do it without his body physically like falling apart. The main thing is you're like retrieving his soul and life energy back into his core being.
Okay. So I state that to the group.
Yeah, but you'll be robbing Chimera the chance to stab him.
To be fair, Chimera, if the goal is to bring him back anyway, you could do that if you need some catharsis.
No,
see
I
a
told him
win-win.
that I would try to be good. I mean, I didn't like the way that I was emotionally manipulated in that house, but
You are trying to be good. He doesn't need to know that
I-
he doesn't have to die.
did mean it when I said that I was going to try to be at least semi-decent to him. So how about we do this nicely? Yes, Hunter, what do you need, darling?
I didn't make any promises.
Nobody did.
I'm just
No.
saying. I've been working on this spell called Open Vein.
Do you open veins, or is it like a misnomer?
It's you take a knife and you're like ka-chow, and then you open the vein up.
Oh,
And
you know, I've seen a spell that puts an arcane lock on things. That sounds like the opposite of that.
very different.
Yeah.
So how about I don't know, should we do that tonight? Like I wake him up and say, hey, by the way, we're gonna have to like maybe kill you, maybe let it happen anyway.
Maybe we sleep on it, and if we feel any differently, if we don't feel differently in the morning, we do it then. I've just death warded him, so he'll be okay.
Well, my concern is that we run into something absolutely crazy tomorrow, and you're going to need that spell slot.
That's fair.
Totally meta. Totally meta.
That's fair.
However, that's a thought.
That's fair. All right, Gregor, turn over. I'm shoving this diamond in your butt.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it works in the temples, eh?
That's not how this felt. Can you imagine?
Oh man.
That's where the soul is.
It's called
I hate that kind of
revivatory
DM.
suppository.
I knew your religious types were.
I will say though that I'm gonna go off of
Repressed.
Matt. I'm gonna go off of Matt Mercer rules for resurrections if we're doing any kind of thing like that. Meaning that up to 3 people can make a contribution check. Each person does a different kind of skill check. Yeah,
All right.
and that'll adjust the overall DC.
All right. Well, I'm the one doing the spell, so that's 1. I'm assuming Chimera can do some sort of happy memory thing. I don't know. But who's number 3 then?
I can slap him real hard for a +9.
We want to bring him back from the dead, not kill him harder.
But it's a +9.
It's CPR.
Nice.
It's CPR.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would totally allow it if you want to do a "you are not allowed to die" kind of thing, or whatever the fuck else you want to
You do
do.
that?
Like,
Do it.
He's your ex-husband. I'll let you do whatever you
You can
want.
definitely do that to wake him up.
I'll roll
I-
deception and help out. I'll tell him you're fine. You're fine. You're not feeling a thing. You're good. You're good.
I will say I'm not at all divine magically gifted as Aubrey is. Though I do have what some might consider a stronger power. The power of science. And Anwar's been going his lightning launcher is going to transform. I've been working on something, and obviously I haven't had the chance to try it, but it could work. And it's going to form a paddle. Like a
Nasty. Oh, that kind of.
All right, Gregor,
that
turn
kind
over.
of paddle.
because as an artificer, Anwar does have access to Revivify.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you've got it in the ring, which I guess
And the
technically
ring.
would work differently, but that's good that you have it.
It could be a good, you know,
Dude, there's no reason to not have 2 revivers, you know?
I mean, as it is, I'm going to keep one in the ring,
Yeah.
so I don't have to prepare it.
Yeah.
But worst comes to worst,
Yeah,
I could attempt to assist in that manner.
that's true. Anwar, we are friends. Let's not compare religion and science when it comes to what we do, okay? They can
Right.
coexist.
It's no comparison.
In this fantasy world, they can coexist.
The power of guns.
Harry, this Ethan.
You're gonna do that GIF 8 shots thing just into Gregor. Okay, now he's dead. We'll use the
I did not
diamond.
do this.
Okay, now you can use Revivify. Now that we've turned him into Swiss cheese. Oh man. Okay, so it's me, Chimera, and Anwar. Is that the trio?
Andre, you don't have to assist in that. You are performing the ritual, but you don't necessarily have to. Someone else wants to.
That's
I don't know
fine.
if there's
I
anything
just
that
assumed I would need
Hunter-
to, but I don't have to.
If someone else has a stronger case to be made.
Sure. Yeah. Doesn't matter to me.
A medicine would probably hurt. I think you might be probably better suited then.
I think I probably have the highest medicine.
I'm guessing Hunter
Maybe?
and
I have a +7.
I
Oh, my
Jesus
medicine
Christ.
is great.
Clementine are all face skills.
Yeah.
Where is Gregor while you were all talking about
I talked him into
how
bed.
you could?
Asleep.
Okay, this is after he's gone.
Yeah,
to bed.
that was the idea. Is like, okay,
Okay.
he's getting his beauty rest. Let's talk about killing him.
Can you
Got
just
it.
imagine him in his sleeping bag, like waking up, hearing all this, like the camera panning slowly across his face?
We
Yep.
walk over to an empty sleeping bag. All right, problem solved.
But then we'd have to hunt him down.
Uh-huh. Now, I've got survival and nature, which I could make cases for, but I'd be using them like a medicine check, so I don't know if that would apply.
Like the next best thing I could think of is trying to get in touch with Keone and having her roll up. But Keone isn't like 100% Keone,
Yeah.
Mhm.
so it would be no different.
Yeah.
I would say that in this particular case, because his body is there, you're not like keeping him from bleeding out or anything. It is more about like bringing his soul back in. So in general, like religion, maybe arcana, persuasion, anything else you want to somehow find a way to relate to like his spirit and his being more so than like medically fixing him in this particular case.
All right, what's
Clementine could lie and scare his soul into coming back by saying the fairies will get you.
That's pretty funny.
Getcha.
What are people's religion scores? I got +4.
+5.
Okay.
I got
It's
a
5.
big 0.
0.
Okay. So
I mean, if persuasion is
I mean, I was
allowed,
gonna do
I've got-
persuasion or like smacking him with the smacking him as a persuasion.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
If you want to use athletics, that's totally cool.
these two things right here, I call them evidence and persuasion. Let's go.
I would say that Chimera makes the best case for using athletics. And
Oh yeah. So
I said
okay.
I was going to be nice, however.
So
I think Hunter with persuasion would be a good idea.
Okay. So Hunter with persuasion, Chimera with athletics, and Clem with a religion.
Oh, okay.
You've got one more than me. So,
Okay.
Unless Ryan, you have a better mod that you want to throw into the pile.
I mean, I was gonna do either Tinker Tools or Arcana or
I love the idea of just like take this and it just shocks the shit out
I
of
mean,
you.
I mean, if everybody wants to contribute, Anwar can be on the ready with a flash of genius, and then all of you are doing something.
that is true. I
That's
can
true.
throw when someone
Okay.
botches.
I hope you're gonna incorporate your shock paddles into Flash of Genius.
Yeah.
Dodge.
Half the time they're just like, I shoot an energy bolt at someone and moves them out of the way or something like that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'll do that.
Okay. So, and I guess I'll also. So we'll just have 2 religion
So-
checks going then. I guess, unless because you said it's not really about medicine. So
Actually, it's the DM that rolls. So I think Audra, you would be the one doing the spell, and then I'll need 3 checks from the supporting people.
got it. Okay. Well, Audra's. So we move over, and Audra's gonna like pull out the diamond and just like. Okay. Well, I guess we have
wake
to.
him up first.
Yeah, I was about to say. Actually,
Yeah.
hold on. Let's wake him up.
Go ahead and roll an insight real quick.
Was he awake the whole time?
Ooh, this is my other top score.
He has been awake for at least 5 minutes.
Oof.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, so we're trying something?
It's a quick thing, really.
Wait, hold on. How quick? What's the casting time?
And actually,
Oh, it's an action.
I don't think we're gonna have to like kill you to do it. So really, it's nothing at all.
Oh. Okay. So I just, like, sit here?
I mean, unless you want me to kill you first. I mean, want us to.
No.
No? Okay. Just checking.
No.
Yeah, just sit tight and like focus, I guess.
Okay.
And don't forget, I've already death warded you, so you can't actually die from this just yet. We'd have a moment to catch ourselves.
Okay.
We're not going. They're allowed to talk. It's not going to happen. I said what I said in the weird healing house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too.
All right. Okay. So I don't know how this goes. Do you just like wave the diamond at him? Do you like give it to him?
I don't know, Tony. What do you do?
Let me look at the actual description because I haven't done
They're
this.
usually dead.
Yeah.
Usually it's just some kind of prayer.
Yeah, usually a corpse. Yeah, I'm curious if it's okay. So it's verbal, somatic, and material. I was just curious because. Oh, what? I'm sorry. I'm looking at scrying. My bad. It is still the same thing. Verbal, somatic, material. So. Well, I mean, she's never done it before, so it's kind of. I think she's kind of gonna be like, doing like a hand over the diamond thing, and like almost like saying a prayer that's gonna like transfer almost like the essence of the diamond into him. So she's doing like a, but like obviously her prayers are more like, okay, becoming like, can you do your thing, please? I don't know if this is gonna work, but do your thing. Come on, like they're not very ornate or whatever. So yeah.
Well, just focusing on doing that, you just feel.
Come on.
A paddle slowly go on your shoulder. It's like, don't worry, I'm ready to shock you at a moment's notice.
Is this gonna hurt?
Well, ideally, you'll be dead. So.
Yeah, technically this is supposed to be done on a corpse.
But you technically are, kind of.
It'll be a great day for research.
Yeah, are you gonna write this down? You told me that one time the only difference between science and dicking around is writing it down.
I don't think I use those exact words.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this Anwar's like origin story into being like Dr. Frankenstein?
That'd be pretty cool.
Happy Halloween, y'all.
It's just valuable data that would be nice in case this happens again. You'll thank me. Someday. Really did.
So Audrey, yeah, I guess you would just start kind of reciting a little prayer or something like that.
Yep.
And then as part of that ritual, somebody needs to jump in and help out a bit.
I'll do it.
Oh, you'll go first? All right.
Oh my god, let me do it. So I'm just gonna kneel in front of him, like not even like a total like kneel, like we're crouching, like elbows on knees, and for a moment it's just quiet, maintained eye contact before. Which order do I want to do this in? Smack him. I'm gonna smack him real hard. Not like angry damage, not damaging, but enough to like let's see some stars. And she's just gonna finger in the face. You said that you're going to be here for your children. You were not here for me, you were not here for us, but you have a chance still for them. Do it. And she gets up and leaves.
All right, go ahead and roll that athletics for that slap.
I swear to God.
Oh, that is a what, 10, 12, like 8 years? That's like an 8 years in the making slap right there.
She slaps him so hard she kills him, so the Revivify just works like normal.
It just works.
His neck snaps a little, but that definitely like his blood that has not really pumped in days, weeks, suddenly starts like you start getting the flush, and then the blood started coming back in.
And despite the fact she's wearing gauntlets, she kind of like it's a little hard.
But does it feel good?
Yeah.
All right,
Hunt-
the blood is starting to move. He's starting to get some color in his cheek. What do other people do?
Hunter like swoops in while he's still like in shock from that moment. He like
Mhm.
clasps his hands, scoops a hand under his head, and he's like, "You got this, man. Just we're all here with you." And he like tries to kind of meditatively talk him through, and just kind of he's keeping a monotone voice with just little bumps here and there, and just soothing to kind of like keep him just zoned and soothed and like floating.
All right, go ahead, roll your persuasion.
I'm always like perception. Nope, not perception. Oh, nope, that's not.
2 29s in a row. Nice.
Twinning.
And Clementine, you wanna?
Yeah, can I roll mine first and then describe what she does from the
Sure.
roll? Because I could see this going 2 ways.
Okay.
Oh, but
You want to flash a genius?
I'll describe it and I'll flash of genius onto it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like Clementine's like, "All right, I'm supposed to be doing something." And then she's like, "How does that one prayer go?" And then she starts speaking in Sylvan, but like, it's just clearly like phoning it in completely because she doesn't really remember.
Yeah, he doesn't even understand any of what you're saying. Just like
Just mumbling to herself.
up on high, the becoming's like, wait, what was that now?
It's like when another voice comes in over the phone call or something, like in a walkie-talkie.
5 tablespoons of butter. Cut it into the flour at room temperature until it is a cohesive.
Anwar
Fold it
can't
in.
speak-
Hold
Can't speak
it in.
Sylvan either, but and it's like, and like his little like translator on the bottom, just like question mark, question mark. Question mark.
I think
It's
her
like-
face is giving it away that she's like, "Oh wait, no, that verse goes differently."
And you know, Suha, goddess of the sun, believes in with death is rebirth, and that's kind of like what we're doing right now. You're about to die, and then you'll be reborn as like a new son. So that's
You're doing great, man.
know?
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Just keep on. Just hold on. Stay with
Just-
us.
If you could describe your physical state right now, that would be. A great time.
It's pretty intense.
All right. I want you to just focus on your fingers and toes. Just breathe into your fingers and toes, and on each exhale, just relax. Let any of the tension in your body flow out of you with each exhale, and not talk about the
he's
bullshit
like-
going through your mind right now.
Like you're saying that while somebody's mumbling through Sylvan, and then like Anwar's kind of over his shoulder whispering something about some Suha person, and then he's still just really focusing on, after all that is kind of helping and everything, but he's also just like really remembering the slap.
Remember a 29 slap too.
Yeah, and at some point, Audra, you just kind of feel like you think it worked.
And I guess at some point I see the diamond is gone. I'm just like,
Yeah, the diamond eventually like kind of dissolves,
Yeah.
and just into kind of like gold sparkly stuff
Yeah.
that goes into him, and he just takes a big breath in, and then like his cheek gets so red and even a bit swollen, as like, yep, looks like he's back to life.
Oh no, it's interesting.
there we
Looks like
go.
it's having an adverse reaction.
I would recommend maybe another slap just to make sure he can feel that now.
On the other
Maybe.
side to even it out.
Right? Yeah. Symmetry.
Absolutely.
I mean, if that's what you gotta do.
You heard the man. Lean
Well,
into this one,
yeah.
Cammy.
I think you might have a shiner tomorrow, to be honest.
I am a shiner.
And that
Listen, the fairies do this all the time. You absolutely need to hit them again.
I mean, if that's what. I mean, if you need to finish the ritual, go ahead and do it, Chimera. I can take it.
I mean, you heard her.
Oh, right, I guess.
All right, do it, Chimera. I deserve it, and I'm not
All right.
afraid.
Here we go. Not nearly as good.
No, you know what? You know what? You know what? Can I just say I throw my channel divinity on top of that and turn it into a 21? Like, just because Audra doesn't really like Gregor either, so she just kind of gonna give that a little divine nudge.
Okay.
How do you feel?
He spits out a tooth.
Sometimes you need like a little punch to the gut to really get you there, though.
And he's like, there's blood coming out of his mouth. Like, I think I'm living.
I think you need the one more just to be sure.
Fair warning, my spell
I'll
can't
incite that
bring
one.
back the tooth. That's a different spell.
Hold on, what's my insight?
But he can feel himself. Like, no, I'm feeling alive. I'm good.
Are you
Kamira,
sure?
that was. Yeah, no, it worked.
You are still death warded, for the record.
No. Oh,
Okay.
he's okay.
Guys, we don't have to kill him now.
Which is unfortunate, I guess.
Hey, I'm alive.
Hey! That means we could save our son.
Yeah, means we can save our son.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
That's really good.
Fantastic. Yeah. Why would you add his tooth to your inventory?
Scrying! Scrying! Keep that tooth. We will always know where Gregor is.
Almar's descent into darkness. Meanwhile, Audra's like, blood parts. Ooh.
And over time, Gregor is going to say, like, hey, you know what? I'm, like, feeling really protective of our son. Like, if you guys are heading out that way, I don't really need to be there for that. I want to go. I'm, like, gonna watch over our son's grave until you guys get here. Like, I am, like, fully committed to... And unless you want me to go visit our daughter.
I like the ship.
But right now I'm feeling really protective of our son, and I just want to do everything I can to make sure that he's okay. And like, the last thing I want is like some freaking body snatchers or something. I want to.
Thought of that, yeah. My concern though is that you open your big mouth and you say something very stupid to the wrong people, and then
I won't say it. I won't say
you're
anything.
on the hook for it. You
I
swear.
swear to God, I won't say anything.
On your mother, you swear.
Oh. Yeah, on my mother.
Motherfucker, I swear to God. And
I'm not gonna get. Like, I learned my lesson about getting my nose into. I pushed too hard and I ended up nearly losing my life over it.
yeah, you did. I'd say I'm fine with that actually, because I think Ingo would probably try to kill you on sight anyway.
Oh, you're gonna. Yeah. Yep. I'm not going to Inger's place.
Just a shame. She would have loved to see you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, if you feel
I would see my mother-in-law before I'd see her.
she'd love to see you too. If you're comfortable traveling alone in that direction.
Sure. Whenever you split off right,
Yeah.
I'll keep on going back to our son.
Okay.
I can
Yeah.
hunt and forage. You know, I'm self-sufficient, so yeah, I'm good.
Does he have weapons? Like I have
You-
an axe
you
I
have-
can give him.
You haven't given him any weapons.
Oh
I think
shit.
I think he prefers a bow and arrow for hunting.
Probably. Don't have one though.
Does he want a gun?
The power
What's
of
that?
gun!
What's a gun?
Just give him a Glock. It's fine.
No, I don't have the gun. I gave it to the hunter's dad.
You did. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I have chainmail.
No, it's alright. I can just go into the woods. I can make a bow and arrow. It's fine.
All right. No, that sounds fine to me.
I have a crossbow, but
Hey,
No, it's fine.
signal whistle.
No, I got a few gold in my pocket anyway. I'm sure I can make do.
Oh,
I'll
I
just-
need to get rid of my 2 bombs.
I'll just stop by Crab Claw and pick up a couple of necessities. I'll be good.
I can give him my cursed soap.
Alright,
Oh
we
yes,
have one-
tell him to go wash up.
We have one less sick person on our caravan.
Nice.
We're doing very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Meanwhile, Rain in the wagon just like,
I was gonna be kind of over. I'm like, do we want to just try while we're on a roll? Do we want to just try? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I don't want to smack Rain. I like Rain.
At this point, since we did this around bedtime, at this point, Otter's like, yeah, I mean, if we want to do something else, maybe we'll do it in the morning. Just saying. That took a lot out of me.
Bastard. You know those are contagious.
Oh, I want to yawn now. Stop it.
I started doing that like in character, and then a real one came out.
All right, well, we'll call it for that night. And moving forward, you have another day of scry or dream or sendings. What do you want to do? Day 2.
I mean, do we try Ember again till it works?
I don't know.
Doesn't cost us anything.
I mean,
That's true.
on this occasion, no, since we're gonna travel uninhibited.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'd say you make it to the end of the day and you've like confirmed, like, okay, we're not gonna need this.
Yeah. To be fair, that's
Yeah.
kind of what that slot is for.
Yeah.
Unless
So-
we're in like a real bad position and I need to mass cure wounds, but
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah.
All right, so end of day 2, you guys doing a scry?
Yes.
Alrighty. Same modifier. It's either +1 or -1. Not gonna say which. Okay. You go do the mirror thing. It fogs up again. And this time, it starts to form an image of 4 fighters. And the background is kind of this purpley lit room full of tubes and tendrils and all sorts of aberrant stuff. And these 4 fighters that you see are all wearing these kind of super soldier mech suits similar to what Keone was wearing. You see one, the first one you see, of course, center frame, is a Janazi that looks not that much like Anwar.
I knew it. I knew
Oh, what was
He's
his
got
name?
like big, spiky, fiery hair. Has similar eyes, I guess, but like besides the skin tone and eye color, and not even the hair color, the similarities kind of end there.
What was that guy's
However-
name? Bill? Was that the guy who told us about it?
Yeah, Bill.
Bill, you're racist. You Genasi racist.
I don't know what that
Um,
old man was on about. He looks so much better than you.
Anwar, I'm glad this worked because I see none of you in this Ember.
But it looks like this guy's in the middle of a sparring match. Because you see that he has a very similar getup to Anwar, except for it's in all these like silvery kind of futuristic looking armor. But he's got a shield up, and then he holds up a flame, shoots that off, and then a sword, like a big freaking sword, comes out, and his shield repulses it off. And kind of looking over as you're coming in, the person coming into frame with a giant ass sword. Sorry, I have to look at my notes. Is an orc woman who who has features strikingly similar to Chimera. A bit more kind of flat hair though. But she's also in super soldier kind of mech thing. Sword and board, big sword comes in, clangs off. And when she pulls back, as he's getting ready to throw a fireball, she begins to blur real quick and then kind of split into looking like potentially 2. Looking like she has cast the blur spell on herself. So you see that. And that's what you see in the sensor so far, but you can still move the sensor around if you want
Yeah,
to.
you said there were others in the room, right?
Yeah, you saw kind of in the periphery, you saw a couple other of those suits. So if you want to start
I would
moving
like
things around and stuff.
Well, I think it's I move with Ember, but I can rotate my point of view. I think is the ruling. Yeah, so I would definitely like to do that to be. I want to see who else is in this room.
Yeah, looking around, you see two others. One is a tiefling, long horns going back, goatee, black goatee, similar mech suit, holding out a sword and dagger, and he is lightning fast, and he is moving all around. He is like, there's a big tentacle that seems to come up from the floor, and he like does a like backflip, dodging around. He seems very good at being evasive and stuff. And then moving even further, coming into view around that, like, first she brings up a whole bunch of those tentacles, and then she brings forth a like phantom lance that shoots out and trying to throw it, and then you see coming into frame her fiery blade coming forward, and you see that it is a giant furbolg, big red hair, very similar to the one you saw a poster of over at Sellsword.
The gladiator from Sellsword.
Yep. And
Okay. I'm gonna reveal my prediction here in a moment, by the way.
And so yeah, you see the four of them in a sparring match in this aberrant-looking room.
Are they fighting each other, or are they?
They are fighting each other, but you notice that none of them are doing any death blows or anything. It seems like it is a sparring match between them.
Okay.
Well, this is concerning.
For the
They're
record,
way more coordinated than us.
this is my
Yeah, they look
prediction.
like they could take you in a fight.
Yeah.
I got a good part of this right. As soon as we started scrying, I wrote down Auric, Ember, Chimera, the Rat, and the Gladiators are the Dark Party. So, I got that.
Oh, I don't know how much of that is right, but okay.
Well, I mean, 3 of the 5 names I wrote down are here. So,
Auric?
Orc's not there.
no, he's not, but Chimera, Ember, and the Furball Gladiator is.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 3 of the 5. But I do want to scry on Auric, by the way. Especially after this, because that's why I took his axe.
Could Onward do an investigation check? Do these cybernetics? Well, he got a good chance to look over Keon, and that was like forcibly implanted into her, right? It was a suit that she couldn't take off, correct?
No, she could take it off. It was like skin tight though. It is very, very closely welded on. But she could take it off.
Okay.
It also had like nanotech features where like her blade would just like come out of her armor, and then she would suddenly have a sword and stuff.
Ooh,
right, I
Assassin's
thought it was-
Creed style.
Bonded to her. Can I do an investigation to these guys?
No, the only thing like truly bonded to her was the tentacles.
That's what it was. Okay. And no, none of these guys have tentacles.
No, none of them have any kind of aquatic features of any
Okay.
kind.
They're just wearing similar kind of armor.
Yep, they're all wearing
Okay.
a very uniform armor and cloak.
Okay, and we don't recognize the tiefling at all.
You do. He was the tiefling that went missing from the party.
Oh, he is that one. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I wrote down rat. I meant to write that. What I meant was the guy who
Oh,
went
the other
missing.
one?
So I got 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I wrote down. Sorry, I was explodey rat, but what I meant was the shadow monk. Okay.
Yeah, the Shadow Monk,
So,
yep.
Okay, got it.
He looks a lot like the Shadow Monk
Okay,
guy.
but importantly, we see 4 of them. Yes, there are 4 people
Yep.
in this room. Okay.
C4.
Could I attempt to do hearing? I know we can't see outside of 10 feet.
Mhm.
If there's specific language, tell me.
I believe it's also hearing within 10 feet. I'll double check.
It is.
So I think anything beyond 10 feet just gets muffled, but you can hear anything within 10 feet.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Now wherever Ember moves, and we have 10 minutes. So if this lasts longer and he goes somewhere, we'll follow him. But we have 10 minutes of hearing everything that's going on during this match.
I would like to try and Anwar's suit has some pretty powerful perception.
Mm-hmm.
Try and, even if it's muffled or even if it's not quite clear, he wants to try and listen as far to the outside of it as possible. Any footsteps or talking or observing or anything like that of a Nick Fury character. if possible.
Okay. Let's see. So go ahead and roll perception then, unless you had like an investigation.
No, I'm gonna use the suit's advantage on perception. I'm gonna do guidance as well, and I have a feeling I'm gonna do a flash of genius as well. So he's really gonna stress the suit to try and hear as much as possible. I'll just call it now. I'm using flash of genius as well.
Okay.
For a gentleman's 26.
Okay. You would definitely hear certainly lots of grunting and yelling and stuff as they're fighting. You would hear the somatic words being used to activate a number of magical abilities. If you want to roll an investigation about what you can glean from that, you can go ahead and do that. And I would also say that you hear magical words being said by Ember, by the orc, by the furbolg, but not the tiefling, with the exception of maybe one hellish rebuke that comes out during the match at some point. Let's see. As far as you really stressing it to see if you hear any outside kind of things. At some point, you would catch in a corner, like real quick, if you're like, wait, freeze frame, enhance. You just kind of go. Eventually, you see that there is some kind of sensor, kind of like a magical version of a camera or whatever. It does seem like they're being watched or monitored in some way, but by whom or what, hard to say.
Okay, so we see that. Could I... Because Audra would know in scrying, I suppose, at this point, that it's possible for certain people to see the orb that is scrying on them. Is there some roll I could do to see if perhaps that camera sees that we are scrying? Or is that, like, too far removed?
I don't think you'd have a way of knowing that.
Okay. Because, yeah, like,
I was going to say...
Because if that orb has true sight, or whoever's in it, then, like, yeah.
Even with the detect magic, they could sense it. So when Anwar sees that, it's like they're being watched, which means we could be watched. You should end this.
And power it off.
All right. Power it off.
Well, that is not what I was expecting to see.
Seeing evil versions of us? Me neither.
They didn't appear to be possessed or mind controlled, correct? They seem to be...
Go ahead and roll insight on that. If anybody'd like to assist, if anybody else is watching, feel free to. Okay, so we're going with the 16 insight from Anwar then. They did seem off. You saw Keone when she was pretty out of it. They did not seem to have any kind of personality or like one smiling at another after they landed a cool blow or anything like that. It seemed very mechanical, very just like based off the objective kind of thing.
None of them spoke to each other?
None of them ever spoke to each other. They only spoke the words to have certain magical things happen.
How much do you want to bet that Cerebro is remaking you all since you did a great job?
definitely is what it seems like.
I wonder if he worked with us just so he could get a good test sample, like you use, Anwar, for your experiments.
Yeah, but I don't use people.
No, of course
That's
not,
not true.
but...
Gregor was like, "Hey."
I don't use people in this fashion.
Technically, you weren't a person when we revivified you. You are now.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
Hey, we gave him his soul back, okay?
Okay, but he was still functioning and of his mind mostly, I think.
Well, either way, it seems Cerebro worked with us for a specific reason.
Whether or not he's there of his own volition, I definitely need to try and speak to him. And Kamir, it looks like your doppelganger was there along with him. Along with the disappeared Shadow Monk? Do we know who that Furbolg was?
Yeah, she, when we went past Celsor, they had a big coliseum there, and there were, like, posters or whatever of their champions, and she, at one point before the Empire came in, was one of their fighting champions.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So we don't know about her beyond that, but that's who she is.
So he just went out and picked people that were like us?
Seems that way.
Doesn't even look like me, though.
No, he did get you pretty wrong. The others are closer.
No, my horns.
Yeah, he
don't
needed
look
to go
anything
much more
like that.
ugly, really.
They're cooler than us, they are hotter than us.
Aye.
Yeah, if you really wanted to bother Audra, you should have given red hair one, what's her name's haircut, Tamsin's haircut. Then Audra would have been really bothered. Right. Well, I suppose that means we need to consider the possibility of fighting ourselves in the future.
Or freeing.
Meantime,
Or
to
freeing.
use your dream ability, they need to be asleep, correct?
Aye. Assuming they dream.
Let's take the middle watch then, or the one near the morning, and I can try and talk to him.
By all means. Do remember that it's a two-way street. Don't remember the dream.
Yeah,
Don't give away anything.
got it.
Take off the "Hello, my name is Anwar" name tag before you go.
I was honestly afraid to hear that he maybe made a pact with Agonazar. Now I'm more concerned. Seems like
Yeah.
Cerebro's assembling a squad.
Suicide Squad.
Are we some kind of suicide squad?
Well, I mean, we are very much peacemakers in a lot of these campaigns, to be fair.
I wonder what he's having them prepare for.
I mean, they look like us. I would venture to fight us. I know.
Not that good.
I
Not
know.
necessarily.
Well, we had to. I know we had to work with him to, to make those deals and to save our town. But I mean, I don't know what stops him from making his power move with our clones.
I mean, we
Have
were
we
very functional at
considered-
taking out another mind flayer.
We
That's
did
true.
do that.
It would make sense.
We also almost took him out by accident in the same
That's
go.
how good we were.
You should have just finished it.
That's true. Richard, question.
Yeah.
From what we observed, like I know you mentioned like the not Chimera use like a blur spell. So from what we observed, are we able to maybe determine kind of what variants of us they are? Because like from like as a player, I gather that means like that Chimera might be more of like the EK than an Echo Knight.
I will allow each of you
I
to
just-
make an insight or investigation on yourselves to see what you glean.
I also just realized EK is also the letters for Echo Knights, but I'm glad.
Yep.
So I'm glad you knew what I meant. when I said that. I'm sorry, you said insight?
Insight or investigation on yourselves if you want to. Okay.
Oh, all right. Nice job, y'all.
I'm sorry, Art. I hope you feel better soon. Be right back. Okay. Wow, you guys rolled really well.
Oh,
All of you.
I think we were immediately
You
like,
guys know
what is
yourselves
that?
well.
Yeah.
I'll go left to right. Hunter, you notice that it seemed like your rogue abilities were built in pretty well. Maybe even better than what you are as far as rogue stuff, but didn't seem to pick up on any of your warlock stuff. But you noticed that he was a bit more evasive than you. Anwar, it seems like because your tech was built off of Aberrant tech, that he's got a pretty good match of you. Of course, he's not giving out other abilities to other people. He's keeping it all for himself. But, so maybe not exactly the same, but it seemed like a pretty good, like, you saw the way he was fighting. It was really similar to the way you fight. Chimera, also because you guys rolled really well, just in general, I'll say, Anwar, you would also notice. So Chimera, it's clear that she's not an Echo Knight. That's just not an ability he knows how to use. You definitely recognize the like the blur spell. At some point, she does a mirror image, making it look like there's 4 of her around. So it definitely seems like he's trying to mimic an Echo Knight, but he's doing it much more of an Eldritch Knight, but instead of evocation and abjuration, you saw her using illusion and abjuration. And then Audra, you saw all sorts of crazy, like, great old one, fathomless kind of stuff, like tentacles coming out and other kind of dark things. Mm-hmm. He clearly can't recreate becoming cleric, but he can have some access to great old one warlock shit. So that's what you gather from her. But it does seem like there is some kind of attempt at recreating it, if not perfectly, though.
Okay. Well,
have we considered this being just an awful, awful trap that he's using to lure us in?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know what else it even could be. Unless he's planning another invasion of sorts. We know he had ambitions, but I don't know which direction those ambitions go.
He did say to you guys a while ago, he intends to go attack in this, like, Imperial Civil War thing that's going on.
So it's either this can potentially be a bait to, like, get us back under his thumb, or it's just hey, I threw these idiots at the wall plenty of times and look how good they did. Let me recreate this. Because we stuck eventually.
You know, there's an old artificer saying, something isn't broke. Check it again, because you're probably missing something. But if something isn't broke, don't fix it.
We weren't necessarily broke. We almost took him down in another flare.
Well, I mean,
he wants to replicate that magic.
Well, he probably wants to make it better.
I wonder how they'd stack up against a tree.
Probably not that good.
All right, secret weapon. We bring in Arantis, make him go guardian mode, and we got it. That's basically a tree. Well, we don't know what his plans are, and we do have other things we need to attend to for now. So let's say we rest up and keep going until a problem presents itself.
I'd like to use, with Clementine's permission, of course, I'd like to try and dream speak to this counterpart of mine.
And I would also.
Oh, you're muted, I think, Artem.
I should.
I would also say, Richard, I assume we'd probably burn some sendings to let Resistance know about what we saw, if people wish to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Depends on who in Resistance you still trust.
Sure. Well, who do we want to tell that there are evil versions of us out there?
I mean, the problem is, the more we talk about that, the more they're going to ask about what happened. Wait, we divulged all of what happened with
Yeah, at some point there was like a coming to Jesus moment. You guys just told everything.
That was with the big three during the lands meet, I think.
Yep.
And that's why they were like, go ahead and do your little suicide thing. That's for the best.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I guess Poe and Mazadon, right?
I
Share
think
with
I would
them.
have emphasis on Maz,
Yeah.
just because he's daddy now.
Yeah. Oh, Anwar, when you go in there, if you can pick up on any kind of like vice or any sort of point of leverage, that may come in handy.
Well, if his mind is being controlled, that's quite some leverage.
Yeah. Good luck in there.
Thanks.
Hey, if you don't come back, can I get your books?
Why wouldn't he come back?
I don't know. Shit's
You came
dangerous.
back?
Yeah. I'm too stubborn to die.
Well, that's fair.
Homer's gonna get up to leave, and as he walks by Kamir, he's like, "If I die, bury me with my books." And he's gonna keep walking.
We have another diamond in the ring. Okay.
So I'm afraid that you're not getting the books.
Oh well.
It's dream time.
Yeah, just wanted to confirm. Is that a yes on sending to Mazadon and Poe?
Yeah, that's good with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poe's just gonna kind of give a noted, glad you're alive. And Mazadon's also
You're
gonna be
alive.
Yeah. Mazad, like, please check in sometime. Would love to see you. I'm out of town for a while, but I'll be back in Riverbed before too long. And Mazadon would also say, like, impressive that you're still living.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, thanks,
we should
bud.
check it. We should check in soon. There may be more work for people of your talents.
We will be pretty close by on the way up to the Black Dahlia stuff. I'm going to say Black Dahlia every time. Icewind Dahlia stuff, right?
We have to stop there to, like...
And also your kid.
I mean, that, but also probably give him exactly what, like, an actual play-by-play of Hill House.
All right, so yeah, we have a reason to go back, yeah. Plenty of reasons.
Okay.
Also, your mom's there, I think.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, she was
Got
my she was going to be my alternate for this ritual if Saoirse didn't want to do it, but makes perfect sense for her to do it.
Whoops. Sorry.
Alrighty, so having done that, we'll go ahead and dream. So, Anwar, you are now familiar enough. This person, goes by the rule saying this person is known to you. And you can go inside their dream. So what dream do you construct?
It worked for Agonazar. I think it could work for Anwar. Anwar is going to construct the interior of Agonazar's jar, the one that he has visited him in the past, and kind of keep it dark and smoky. And Anwar is going to keep, first off, he's going to bring Ember into the dream of him waking up inside the jar, but he is going to, for now, keep his presence clouded. He's going to just see how he reacts to waking up in the dream.
In the dream, the jar is completely dark unless there's a flame lit.
Okay. Can I have a small? I'll have a small fire on the ground.
Okay. A small fire lights, and you can just kind of barely see the clay kind of around, and lit up. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay, well then I guess without it, it's just kind of all you kind of see a red form of Ember, who looks out at you, and he looks kind of confused.
I'll approach him so we have like a mirror shot where
Mm-hmm.
there's the fire in the middle, and then we're kind of standing.
Mm-hmm.
Face
Yeah,
to
he'll
face.
just, as you slowly walk forward, he'll also slowly walk forward, almost mirroring your steps.
Amar's gonna give like a formal greeting in Primordial, in Ingen.
He'll do the same in similar cadence to you.
Amber, we haven't met before. Are you?
No, I'm Anwar.
Your name is Anwar?
Marwan.
Where are you from, Anwar?
STEM Garden. Where? But you're. Are we in some kind of dream right now? Hold on, I gotta. Where's my gadgets? Trying to find. I don't have a way. He's gonna roll to like see if he can tell if he's in a dream or not, and he fails it. He's definitely in that dream fog. Like what is happening? I'm sorry. Is this some kind of illusion? What's going on exactly? Why are you trying to be me?
No. Are you?
Are you a threat right now?
No, I'm not a threat. I'm trying to speak to you. I'm using a. Have you never been here before? Does this place not look familiar to you?
I mean, if I were to calculate a guess, this is some kind of metaphor illusion for my genie heritage, and this is inside of a Ifriti bottle?
Good guess. Yeah, kind of, but so and Onward's going to snap his hands, and then a huge 20-foot tall, burning sword image of Agonazar is going to appear behind him.
He's definitely gonna step back a bit. He like searching but doesn't seem to find anything. What do you equip him with when you bring him in? Do you just bring him in just plain clothed?
I mean, whatever his. He still looks like Ember, right? He doesn't look like.
He still looks like Ember.
Then.
But I think you can control what he has with him.
I guess. Plain clothes. Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah, he's like searching for any kind of gadget he could use or whatever. He's definitely on alert, but he's got nothing, so he's starting to just kind of play calm and calculate as best he can.
So
what is this?
So you don't recognize him? Big, tall, scary guy?
I can make a guess as to who he is, but no, and I don't know why you are you and why he is. I don't. No, I don't recognize him. I can guess.
Well,
Is this some kind of intimidation thing? What is going
on? Amar's gonna all right, let's start over, and he's gonna kind of wave his hands, and the image of the jar and everything is gonna kind of go away like gas.
what are you looking like currently? Are you in your full armor suit, or what are you dressed like right now?
I think Anwar would be in his his work outfit, like with the
Okay.
tool belt and button up.
He's gonna like walk over to you and be like, I'm sorry, I just need to, and he like lifts up your arm, being like, how are you doing? What kind of? I mean, it's incredible the technology you got for this kind of illusion work, but I've never seen anything like it before. I don't get what you're doing, but you're saying that you're not a threat. I'm just very confused right now.
So let's try something else. And Anwar's going to bring them to his workshop, his new workshop where we had the fight with the demon and like where he's been working for the last several months, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Does this look familiar to you?
Yeah, this is Flash Iron Pan shop, but it's different though. This isn't the way he had things, but this is definitely his factory.
Fascinating. And I feel like they both kind of like lean in, and they're both like kind of doing the same thing again.
Yeah. What are you doing this for? What's this all about?
All right. I have one more question for you. What day do you think it is?
I don't. Oh wait, no, I know this. He will say the date that it actually is.
Current date.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So you're Anwar Marwan.
And you are
Anwar Marwan.
fascinating.
This is not what I was expecting. What? Okay. So this is a dream. We're communicating, but for all intents and purposes, I'm not really here with you. I'm communicating to you.
Okay.
What are you doing in the waking world?
I'm preparing to go on the mission that Cerebro is preparing us for, to go finally defeat the Empire. Well,
Fear?
the more evil faction of the Empire, of course.
Right.
You know, we're going to bring out about a much better Empire.
A better empire.
Yeah.
So you work with Cerebro.
Well, for him, yeah, he's kind of like our. He's been our. Well, I'm just gonna say He's been my teacher since I was a little kid. He's been my mentor. He's taught me everything I know. He he saw the gifts that I have, and he trained me. And after all this time, we've taken out one Flayer together already, and we're going to take out the others. And he's not like the others. He's got his own ideas and his own plans, and he is going to leave that whole region alone. So then there's this good balance between like those who want freedom can have their freedom, and those who want more order and security can have that. It's going to be like perfect harmony for the world.
Okay, all right. So Anwar's going to go over to his coffee table, and that coffee machine from Breaking Bad, where it was like the perfectly brewed pH
Yeah.
coffee? I imagine
Yeah.
he has that in his lab.
Yeah.
So he pours like 2 cups, and he's like, all right, you take it the same way I do, right?
I can only assume. I mean, we are the same person.
Yeah, I wanna. We'll circle
Are you
back
from
on
like a
that.
different dimension or something? Because I have heard that there are potentially different timelines.
There
I'm
are
still doing research on that.
yes. With who are you doing research with?
Oh, Cerebro. He's just talked about theoretical possibilities of how we could, branch between various different timelines and such. But that's something he's still working on. But if anybody can figure it out, it's him.
Right. Okay. All right. So Anwar is going to lead Anwar over to his little like sitting area, where there's like a coffee table, and they're both like taking drinks of perfectly pH balanced coffee. So you helped him take down Octavius, correct?
Yeah.
So after you helped him bring down Octavius, what happened next?
We've been training ever since. I mean, that's when we did take over a couple other places to make sure that any remaining, tech didn't fall into the wrong hands. But mostly we've been here training, and leveling up as the kids say sometimes.
Of course.
And we're I keep on developing new gadgets all the time, and Cerebro's great. He's really great at helping me figure out a lot of these things. And we're just getting ready for the big thing that's going to be happening soon. I think within the next month, probably.
Oh, what's next plan?
He's still waiting for a particular beast he has to grow to maturity. It's on a rapid scale of growth, so it's growing very quickly. But once it's ready, and I think our team, our kind of elite squad, is just about ready too. We're going to be going and fighting the big fight, and hopefully he will become the new Elder Brain.
Wow, that's moving up through the ranks. Pretty big.
I mean, look at how far he's gone so far. He's the best hope to have a world that is balanced. Isn't it terrible when you have to decide? I feel like, I don't know about you, I'm always looking for a third way. Does it have to be this extreme or that extreme? Well, it doesn't have to be, And so he's going to have a more contained empire for those who want it, for those who choose it. And then for those who don't, they don't have to be.
You mentioned choice. You choose to do this. You choose to work with him.
Of course, yeah. It's the logical conclusion.
So this was you, and Anwar's going to show the image of them training, sparring today.
Mm-hmm.
The four. This was you guys today?
Yeah, that's us.
And that's a normal thing? You guys all spar and fight each other?
3 times a day, yeah.
Wow. I don't know how to handle this. Because I don't know how I would react if I were told this information. I should also say I very much appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. I know that.
I mean, it seems like we're on your time.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true. Okay, Anwar. This is tricky.
Do you want to sleep on it?
Honestly, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, there's nothing I can say to you where you would keep this between us, correct?
Why would you want it to keep it between us?
Well, I think there's a very good chance you're in danger. And I say this as someone who has the same exact name as you and came from the same place as you and thinks very much like you.
Okay.
But you're right to be skeptical. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just check in with Cerebro about this, and he's very wise and very, very intelligent. He would know what to do.
Yeah,
He might even have a way of contacting back to you.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea. I think you might want to just keep this between us, which I know sounds sus, as the kids often say. But
Yeah, that's a little sus. Like, that's exactly what an enemy would say if he was trying to tell me, like, some stuff and then tell me not to tell my mentor about it.
right, right. That is the logical conclusion I would come to as well. Hmm. Hmm. This is hard. This is a tricky conundrum. You said you're moving.
What exactly are you trying to figure out? You're trying to figure out a way to get me to not tell Cerebro? Is that what this is about?
I'm trying to figure out a way to get you to trust me.
That is a conundrum. What is something that only the real Anwar would know?
Okay. So, depending on where our memory diverts, do you remember the hot springs up in the mountains? We had just rescued a bunch of people from Crabclaw, some people that our sister were working with.
I am going to need you to retroactively roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Okay.
Can you flash of genius in a dream?
The question is, did Cerebro get this memory from you or not? So... If you want, I'll roll it. If you tell me your modifier. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. It was a strong memory that stays in my mind.
Yeah, the tiefling and the hot springs.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone that.
Okay. Okay. You see him starting to work in his mind like, wait a minute. What if your rival flare somehow gone to my memories? I'm gonna need you to roll a persuasion check to see if you can. We could go about this forever, and I want to move on to other things.
Right.
So I'll leave
to...
it with a persuasion check on if you can get him to trust you for a while or not.
I'll make the roll.
Okay.
And I'll use Flash of Genius while I'm in here as well.
Okay.
Since reality is my plaything currently.
Yep, that's fair.
Only 14. Listen, Anwar, I know you have no reason to trust me. Because, as I've said, I've come to you in your dream. However, I know everything you know, except for some things. And you know everything I know, including all of our schematics for all of our armors. So it's possible I'm an alternate timeline that's reached out to you and is trying to help you. Or I'm a trap of some enemy, which is also possible. Or I am another Genasi that saw that you are in danger. And if you tell your boss, your mentor, I will not be able to help you. I would like to help you.
With that, does the dream kind of fizzle, or are you waiting for a response from him, or?
I'll say that. Oh, Anwar will like kind of think of that, and it's like, oh, I guess I control the time here. So he'll take out his spoon from his coffee, and it'll hit it twice, and then it'll end the dream.
All right. You end not fully knowing. I guess you could roll one last insight if you'd like to see what you think if you got through to him or not. You saw the kind of leaving out. He was extremely conflicted, and you are really not sure what's going to happen. And that's that. With that, let's take a bathroom break, and we'll get back into it for day 3.
All right.
And then on to Rain's thing.
Hitting the break
Woo.
screen. We'll be right back.
Woo!
Oh,
million
And
Okey
that's how I
dokey.
found out that kind of meat just like turns me into a fart factory. And
Perfect timing.
what's up?
Perfect
What do you
timing.
mean?
Well done, Andrew.
What?
Oven baked chicken, everybody.
Oh,
Oven
no!
baked chicken.
Oh no!
Shake
And
and
that's
bacon.
when I learned that bunions are very different than funyuns.
However, you
So,
can rub onions
we,
on your bunions.
That's right. So, we just had a little bit of a mind fuck.
All right, Chris Angel.
Language.
And that was day 2. Day 3. I imagine you guys are kind of sidestepping. At this point, you'll probably part ways with Gregor, and you'll kind of sidestep Crabclaw, and make camp again near some farmer's fields or whatever, but not really disturbing anybody. And go another day without any hectic stuff, and you've got a full slot of spells. What would y'all like to do?
I feel like we checked off the scries, like, almost the whole list now, honestly. Like, all the remaining ones were part of that fight. So, personally, I would like to check up on Auric, since we found my uncle, but not the guy who was traveling with him. I just want to know what his status is.
Alright, any other pitches, or is that it?
Do we want to talk about we can do the scry thing first, but do we want to talk about the thing that Encore...
Yeah, go ahead, and
Oh,
you guys
definitely,
can talk
yeah.
about everything. Yeah, so over the course of the day of travels, you guys talk about what the hell just happened, so go ahead and talk about that.
So, I have good news and I have bad news. Which would you guys like to hear first?
Bad news.
You always go bad news first, right?
How good is the good news, though?
Well, the good news is... Well, the bad news is he thinks he's me.
Oh,
It makes more sense if you ask for the good news first. I probably should have prefaced that.
Well, we'll take it now.
What's the good news?
You know, sometimes there's like a rhythm to these things, and you hope you choose the right one, and you guys didn't. Anyways, the good news is Ember is not a servant of Agonazar, nor is he pursuing him. The
I
bad
thought that was
news
pretty
is,
damn clear.
Did Clementine could she see it as well?
No, but she saw the scrying.
Yeah. So the good news, Clementine, is that we don't have to worry about a genie getting out. For now.
Wonderful.
The bad news is he thinks he's me.
Okay, so now all of that news is yes. Okay.
Hmm.
You
And
didn't
then-
tell him who you were, right? You did what I said to do, and
I-
didn't give
I
away
did
any
that.
information, right?
I did that. That is true. That is correct.
You're leaning a little Benny.
I did say that what my name was though.
That
was it.
is not the definition of saying nothing.
That was it. And then I asked him a ton of questions. And showed him what my workshop looks like.
hold on. Is that bad? Is that okay?
I don't know.
Did
thinks
he
he's me.
identify it?
See, because when I was doing the whole dream jumping and interacting with people who were, experiencing entirely different things than I was, I tried to be careful in influencing what next steps were. And if he
Yeah.
just gained a lot of knowledge that way, that might change some things.
Yeah. So
I didn't do very good doing that, but I mean,
first of all, he says that Cerebro is his mentor and the wisest person he knows.
fantastic.
And that he, along with his team, are working to take out the Elder Brain and establish a new empire.
Like an
Yeah.
empire here? Or
He is like if we never left Cerebro's service.
I don't like that.
And continued to work with him and get stronger and get more focused at that. So my guess is similar to our friend Rain here and how the Mind Flayers were able to overwrite and change parts of people's personality. And it seems like Cerebro may have made some kind of copy, a very faithful copy. He remembered a lot of things that I have not told anyone, and planted them onto suitable hosts or other bodies.
I wonder why he went that far. He could have done that with any old person, right?
He seems to be really fixated on us.
Even
It's like he remade us. A remake. Final Fantasy.
It was probably during that time you were all in that training ground.
Right. Yeah. You were there. I forgot you were a cat.
Mm. Rain did offer the fortress.
Yeah.
well,
I don't know about you, Hunter, because you should have had your mind protected most of the time, correct?
Yeah, I'd hope so. Quick point of order, Richard. Did I accept a mind scan at all, or?
You don't necessarily have any evidence of a mind scan of you so far. He didn't seem to have. I mean, all you've experienced so far is that,
A likeness and abilities.
yeah, a likeness and abilities, and even that wasn't fully accurate.
yeah.
Like, it didn't even have any of your warlock stuff. It didn't seem like he was trying to mimic any of that. So he doesn't seem to have a full read on you.
Did I have warlock stuff when we had met? No.
I don't recall.
It's really interesting though that he kept the same racial makeup because again, he
Yeah.
could have had any old group so long
Also-
as the abilities were similar.
Also, Clementine raises a good point. Rain had the ability to shield her brain, and we didn't see anyone like her in that fight.
Well, I think I had an ability to shield mine too, kinda.
So what happens
What was
now?
that,
Do we-
Chimera?
I should get a reminder. What did everybody have during that time? Because that will affect to some degree.
Had a ring of psychic resistance and a ring of free action.
Yeah, that wouldn't affect your mind.
Right.
That the free action kept you from being mind blasted and paralyzed, and
Oh, the other one's
and
psychic
the
damage.
and the
Right.
yeah, so that wouldn't affect him getting inside your head.
That's fair. It's just sad there, really. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's on him.
Hunter had the ring of mind shielding.
Yeah. But I do remember we raised a point of order about, it's like a macro, turn it on, turn it off. You couldn't, choose which of his probes worked. It either just had to be on or off for a time.
Yeah, it's kind of like the doors open or the doors closed. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember making a point that Rain every single day was re-upping Intellect Fortress on herself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which I
My
think
guess-
it was even something Cerebro asked about, and she was just like, nope.
So
My
does this
guess
mean-
is that if he copied or scanned us in some way and changed certain parts, the more similar the hosts or the vessels for our memories and our thoughts, the more easy it is for those vessels to
Right.
accept it.
Yeah, because in the case of the Furbolg, we're the same, she and Audra are the same race, but different hair color, probably slightly different build, so
No, it's racial.
It's not
It's the same races across
yeah,
the
he
board.
went for the same, yeah.
But he seemed to know where I lived, where we were born, He had everything.
Well,
Everything like me.
Cerebro was running STEM Garden for a long time.
The only major difference is that he seemed to trust Cerebro implicitly.
Mm.
I
Well,
reckon
at least-
it's not.
I suppose if you were making clones of us, that would be something you'd want out of them.
At least you have no proof that he knows what you can do now.
No.
I think if we just like reached out to him and was like, "Hey, what you doing?" He would stop. Probably not.
You mean Big Anwar? Or
Oh, that fucking squid.
to stop doing his global domination thing?
I mean, wishful thinking. It just seems really, really odd
Well, what if we
that
like?
he would pick those people. Like, he can put memories into anybody, right?
Maybe not.
Well, I mean, wasn't that what he was working on with a lot of those with your daughter?
Yeah.
I mean, my
Installing
guess is
memories.
that this is something that took months. That since we split up with him, he saw. I mean, not to toot our own horns, but we did do something pretty insane. We were able to take out one of the other mind flayers and him at the same time. He saw what a threat we were, and if he were to have his own version of us with complete blind obedience, then that would be a very dangerous thing to behold. You know, without being too full of ourselves.
He's just trying to catch the lightning in the bottle that we had in that moment.
Right.
So what's the game
That's
plan?
weird.
Do we have to go through and talk to ourselves, the rest of us, or
I'd be worried about cluing them in too much as to what we're up to.
I tried to tell him.
What are we up to?
Well, getting diamonds and
Not
saving
They
rain.
might get the diamonds first.
I mean, it sounds
Ember
like there's going
reports
to be
to
a
Cerebro.
global shakeup in the next month.
They get the diamonds
just-
first. They all go back to the bootlickers and roll deception to say that they are us, and then they get to keep half.
Ember just supports the Cerebro. They have no idea what they're. There's no threat. It's fine.
Looking for diamonds? I don't know, man. I think we should just ignore them.
Just let them do their thing. Let's continue doing our thing.
They're worried about their friend Rain and some chick in the mountain. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not inaccurate either.
They're doing Game of Thrones. We're doing The Hobbit. Like, we're very different.
as long as there ain't no dung eater, we're good.
That'd be a gnarly villain, though.
Yeah, you know, he's a pretty interesting character there. He rolled down in the sewers, eats everyone's fecal matter. My version of George R.R. Martin is way more Canadian than the real one.
Mm.
So, do we go after them?
Are we capable?
It sounds like we gave Cerebro the keys to overthrow his government, world government, and become an Elder Brain.
It also sounds like he's planning on doing more than overthrowing his own government.
Right.
Well, if we decide to take that action, it's not like we have to do it alone. Mazaron's up to speed, and obviously fighting Cerebro and his forces falls perfectly in line with why we joined Tsunami in the first place.
Bearing in mind, though, that he did just happily let us go on a suicide mission. And this is a problem that we directly caused.
Yeah.
I would imagine best case scenario is we're sent first. And then he will come and clean up our mess if we don't do it right.
We don't have to decide right now. We still need to fix Rain, but
Cut to
I just thought
in the wagon again.
everyone should know there's an evil doppelganger version of ourselves training to become the most powerful versions of ourselves that are going to
He seemed
overthrow.
really nice.
When?
He was really polite.
That is how the devil himself would operate, though. Like, very polite. No, it's...
I mean,
Yeah. Well, thank you for informing us on more of what you learned. And should we need to scrounge them again, we are capable.
Yeah, we might want to just keep tabs on them.
Sure. As for today's vision, though, I have been wanting to check on Auric, especially since I have this, and she just pulls out the bloody hand axe she got. I would like to make sure he's okay as well.
I'm going to like nudge Hunter with my elbow. I have money that says that he's probably super dead.
Oh shit. I really want to take that bet, but you're probably right.
Are you whispering that, or can I hear
That's-
you saying
That's
that?
why we're whispering.
Okay.
Like 2 gold. Nothing crazy. I'm super broke right now.
I mean, yeah. All right. Shake on it.
All right, yeah.
Oh, sneaky shake on it.
Yeah,
Sneaky shake.
yeah.
With an 18, can I say I hear their bet?
I don't know. I generally I go against people like trying to eavesdrop when people are clearly trying to have a private thing.
Yeah. Can I hear your guys' bet?
I'd probably say you like probably see the handshake.
Audra like looks, sees the handshake, and she's like, you know, that's assuming we even are able to see what's going on with him.
You don't know what we're doing.
You don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know the specifics.
This is our new secret handshake.
A regular handshake?
No, super sneaky.
But it's secret. It's right there.
Anwar's like, this is why you need subtitles on. And he's like, he taps the bottom of his helmet.
Richard.
Yeah.
We already know him well, and I have his hand axe, but would you say the blood also qualifies as body part, lack of hair, bit of nail, or the like?
If that's his blood.
I believe we confirmed it was.
Oh.
At least some
He
of it was.
stabbed his own self with it.
I don't know if you confirmed that it was his blood.
Oh no, it was monster blood. My bad.
Yeah.
Well,
You confirmed something was humanoid blood,
You're right,
and yeah, the
you're
thing on
right.
his axe was
you're right. Well,
Uh,
he still has a -9
okay.
if he is alive and can even do this. So yeah,
So you start doing the scrying. Thing fogs all up, and then it starts to reveal itself, and you guys see yourselves, but like a quick like fade at like 50%. Not saturation. What's when you kind of like fade over or
Capacity.
whatever? Yeah, capacity. There you go. Yeah, it's
the
like
opacity.
there's just like skulls over anybody who's looking in, just for like a couple seconds, and then it goes away, and that's all you see.
That's it.
That's all I see.
The vision ends.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
So there's just like skulls over of it? Like what? I don't like what?
That's the way of saying he's dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say that's very clearly like Goldeneye dead.
Right.
Okay.
Just but like from
When at first you said we saw ourselves, I was just gonna like be like, Ulrich? Like he's like just behind us somewhere.
No, I also say like just like right as kind of skulls go over your face, you just hear like the tolling of a bell, just like
Yeah.
a deep ring, dong.
Biscuit signified.
Yep.
I pull up the hand axe, and I look over at Chimera and Hunter, and I'm like, well, one of you just won that bet, and then I'm just gonna throw it into the woods.
we didn't have a bet.
What bet?
No bet.
Why would we bet on something?
And then from in the woods, you just hear, oh! Next time, I scry on one of us, so we can do like a crazy like mirror reception thing, and just get the like infinite.
The mirror just breaks. Like,
Yeah.
oh, good job, you broke it.
The wagon starts
Um,
freaking out like it's like an open world game and it can't it can't control what's happening.
All right, that is end of day 3. Is there anything that you want to do as far as dreams or sending or anything else before we go to Inger's house?
I don't want to check in on Faux Hunter.
Through a dream or sending?
I think a dream, because, like, we know what the deal is with other Anwar.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the deal with the rest of them? Like, if 2 of them have the same, like, they think they're us, then that's a trend that we can assume the whole group is.
All right, if Clementine's good with that, then yeah, you can check in on the other hunter.
Sure.
All right, what kind of dream do you create?
It's a dimly lit room. It's like kind of classy lounge with a bookshelf, a lot of like black leather with like red accents, and little coffee tables and a couch and a chair. I'll be sitting in a chair with like a little side table next to me.
Okay, and so he's in another chair? Like, where are you placing each other?
I think he would kind of appear sitting on the couch across from me.
Okay, and what are each of you wearing, and are you armed, not armed? What's the deal there?
Unarmed, I think I would be... Hunter's in strangely, like, dressier clothes. Like, some simple slacks, vest, or slacks, shirt, waistcoat. And, yeah. Nothing fancy. I would welcome him to be in whatever he, like, preloads in as.
Okay, he preloads in whatever you were wearing when you rode on that ship together. That's the same kind of leather outfits kind of stuff. That's how he loads in, and so he's just on the couch, and he starts to kind of come to. He's like, "Oh shit, man! Did I drink too much?"
I mean, don't you usually?
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, they're gonna be on my ass about this. The fuck?
Well, I mean,
I am not just saying this.
What do you
And
mean?
he looks at you really confused. What? I'm sorry. Am I? He's gonna roll to see if he knows if he's dreaming or not. He's also very in the fog of it all. Okay. 3, bro, is this some kind of like test or something? Cause you'd done some weird stuff before, but this one is the weirdest mind trick I've seen. What is going on?
Oh, well, I mean, I think you're having a stress dream, cause like, why else would I be here, right? Like, look around. This is obviously a stress dream, right?
I guess.
Well, what are you stressed about? What's going on? And Hunter will he'll grab a bottle and start pouring it into a glass that's next to him, and then he'll let go of the bottle, and the bottle just hovers there, just pouring like an endless fountain. And he'll pull out a cigar and light it. You can call me Ronan. Just tell me about your problems. Take the glass, sip, put it back under the infinite fountain.
So wait, just question from the DM: are you looking like you, or are you looking like Ronan? Maybe it's her.
I'm looking like me. I'm looking like me, but I'm.
Okay. Why are you calling yourself Ronan? But why are you? I'm so confused right now. I'm right now in stress because I don't know what the frick's going on. This is beyond anything I've seen so far, and I've seen some crazy shit.
Well, do tell. Has that crazy shit been stressing you out?
Oh yeah, heck, I'm just a farm boy, you know? And suddenly I get swarmed up into this whole thing, or first I'm thinking that I'm too good for the Empire, and now here I am, teaming up with a dang squid to take on the rest of the Empire, greater evil, whatnot.
So you don't feel like you're being true to yourself?
Well, no, I had to do some thinking on it, and at some point I realized that, again, I'm just kind of a farm boy, and I'm gonna leave the thinking to the thinkers, and I'm gonna do what I'm good at, and I'm real good at stabbing. So I let Anwar and Cerebro do the thinking. They seem to got their big picture stuff, and as long as I'm killing some squids, it's gonna be all right. Just if overall killing more squids than we leaving behind, then I call that a win in my book.
And that's fair. I get that. Well, what's going on today? What happened today to put you in this space? Something ain't right. Everything going okay with the team?
Everything going great with the team. We're firing on all cylinders, doing way better than ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing real good. Real good.
No concerns or doubts there.
I mean, we're going into belly of the whale, belly of the kraken, or whatever you want to call it. I can't say I'm excited for that, but if we gotta go into that kind of danger, at least I get to kill me some squids.
Now you say belly of the kraken. Is that a metaphor, or are you being more literal?
More metaphor, I guess. We're heading straight towards the big old capital of that old empire, whatever they call it. I don't know the name. Don't really need to know.
Gotcha. This pen don't work. That's embarrassing.
Oh. Go ahead and roll persuasion for me real quick, just to see if continues. Or I guess it'd be deception. Sorry, not persuasion.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. You got him thinking he's in a stress stream right now, and he's just spilling it all out to you.
All right. Well, all right. You say you're firing in all cylinders right now. Well, obviously, you may have some doubts about those cylinders you're firing on. What are the weaknesses you're so worried about?
Well, heck, we've taken down one squid, but where we're going, there's gonna be hundreds, thousands, maybe. And I mean, I think we're a great team. Our weaknesses, I don't know what we got. We're doing real good. But going up against that many squid? Let's just say I don't expect to come home. But I'm fighting for a bigger cause, Fighting for the people at home who just want some land to call their own. So that's worth it to me. I don't like working for a squid, but I'll do it. Because Anwar, Kamira, Adra, they're all pretty convincing. And some of it's bit beyond me, not as educated as the others, living outside the wall and whatnot. But yeah, I got some street sense, I've been on the road a bit, and my gut's telling me this is the right thing to do. Can't necessarily explain it, but my gut's telling me this is the right call.
Well, you say you don't like, yeah, alright. I'd hold on to that, not wanting to work for a squid. Lean into that. Obviously, there's something more there you're worried about. But, afraid that's all we have time for this session.
Alright, so for that, if you're trying to do some inception, that will be a persuasion rather than a deception.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh!
Oh. All right, I guess. I'll see you later then.
Get the feeling you won't.
And the dream ends, and you feel like you did really good on getting some intel, but he's not budging on the Inception stuff. Seems like his mind was like, nope, this is my gut. I'm following my gut. And
All right.
yeah.
All right. Oh, well, no, not a lot of new intel, but we've confirmed that they definitely all think they are us.
Yep.
Yep. Oh man.
Well, that's a scary thought. Evil us.
Holy shit.
Look,
Y'all.
they're either spectacular or they are spectacularly awful.
Okay, if they're
It's
really
definitely
us,
one of the two.
if they really think they're us, let's let evil Audra re-up the challenge with, what's his name, Lowpaw, and that'll take care of one of them. 'Cause it'll just
Y'all-
crush her.
Y'all, what if we're the evil ones?
Evil Audra's like, Lopa, we're best friends. We grew up together,
Yeah.
went to the same
I mean, we
school.
could be the evil ones.
We
but
could be I mean, we've been talking about killing your husband for a couple nights now.
I've been talking about killing him for years.
All right, so like,
We're not
that-
evil, we're pragmatic.
We is strong.
Oh.
Some more than others.
yeah.
I don't even think it was me the most of the time.
No.
I'm just gonna go have an identity crisis real fast.
Well, don't take too long. We have to meet Inger.
All
Yeah,
right.
anything else you do before you reach Inger's house?
It's a new day, so we have another scry, right? If we want it.
Nah, let's get to
You have another scry, but if you want to go into the ritual with one less spell, then if you want to spend the scry on that, you can.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought last time we went into a brain, we started as if we would just come in from a long rest. Like it was like it's kind of its own thing.
I
with
think
its
you guys
own
actually
counts.
came in from a long rest,
Oh,
though. In that case,
Gotcha. Well, if
I
we
mean,
just
I guess
want-
you could. I guess you could get to Inger's and then spend another day. You don't have to do it, but
Well-
cut to Rain being like,
Yeah. And if we just want to get to her house, then it doesn't matter. Let's just get there.
Do it.
All right, so you guys eventually make your way to Inger's house, and waiting for you there is both Inger and Sorsha. And Sorsha will be the first to greet you outside. She'll be like, "Oh my gosh, you're here! This is so exciting! I can't believe it has been so long. I am so glad that you're safe."
Have you been, darling?
Oh, I have been very good. I have been hanging out with Trax, and he has taught me very much. But I am so excited that you invited me to apprentice underneath Inger. She's such a sweet little lady. She makes the best kettle corn, and I'm just very excited to learn the new rituals and techniques, so I can be a true healer one day.
Well, we might as well get it going then, shall we?
Sure, she is inside. She is preparing. There's a whole circle around.
Sure. I'll just poke my head in real quick and pull her on out, I suppose. Inga.
Inger's just
Like
kind of
walking
coming.
inside.
Hello. Oh my gosh! Is that the one who needs help? And you're just like dragging.
Oh yeah, I
Rain
guess
out.
I guess I have Rain carry it again.
Yeah, are you carrying Rain, or does she still have the wheelchair, and you just like bring the wheelchair out and wheel her in? What are you guys doing?
My mental image when we left was that I just up and just fireman carried her on the shoulders, since Audra can just like carry people.
Okay.
If we were given a wheelchair, great. But I thought she was just like, all right, here we go, sack of potatoes.
You can carry her. You don't have to like. She's not a corpse.
Like
no, but I mean,
logs.
but that's still a convenient way to carry things.
Yeah, it's just probably not comfortable.
Just not as
Yeah,
much
she doesn't-
dignity for Rain.
Yeah, she doesn't know. I will say though, as we walk past, I'm just presuming that like Saoirse's like holding the door as we walk past. Audra's gonna lean down and just whisper like, "You already fought with us once before. You are a hero already." And just into the.
Oh, thank
house.
you. Excuse me. I'm just gonna say, well, you didn't bring quite so many people with you this time for once. Thank you.
But
Sorry
Audra's still
about
like this at the roof of the house. No, but still pretty sizable.
We really appreciate you taking in our broken friends and fixing them. I don't know if we voiced that before.
Chimera, your daughter's been over a few times to read my books. You should say hello to her sometime. It's been a while since you've seen your own daughter.
I know. I was out taking care of a few things regarding Jeffrey. But I should maybe be home a little bit more often after this.
That's
Is
very
she
good.
doing okay?
She's seems to be comfortable in her own new skin.
Well, that's good.
You should see her. She's just glued to her books. And it looks like those little tentacle things are she's gotten quite used to them. I've seen her just walking around the house where she's using one to hold the book and another to make dinner and other things like that, and
Oh,
she's
that
just
sounds
kind of staring
perfect.
away. She's just kind of totally Doc Ocking it at this point, and like doesn't even need to use her arms that much. She's just like, just as her tentacles do everything.
Great.
That's awesome. Now I'm
That's-
jealous.
Better than where we started, that's for damn sure.
Yes, but she still doesn't seem to want any kind of ritual like this. She doesn't want anybody messing with her head, but she's very interested in the books, so that's nice.
I'll take
Gives
what
her
I can
some-
get.
At this point, she probably remembers more about my life than I do.
Come on,
Well, as
guys.
long as you still remember how to do this ritual.
Let's make
Yes,
it 3
yes,
for
yes,
3
of course.
fixing people.
Alrighty, Sorsha, come around. I've already told you a bit how to assist. You all have been... what is Clementine looking like right now?
Probably the gnome disguise.
Okay. I'm sorry, little friend. Who are you?
Oh, I'm a friend of Rain's.
Cool. Alright then. You're new to this, but everyone else, you know what to do. Get around in a circle, lay down, and I'll go get the drum. Sorsha, drum along with me and help me keep pace. And so all you guys kind of gather around in a circle.
I'm looking over at the actual drum kit that's right here off camera. It's too late, but just like some ambience, just dum dum dum. If it weren't 10 at night.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything that I should know about before this ritual begins?
Could I roll to what would be relevant?
I don't know. Anything you want to say about Rain or anybody's condition or anything else? No one here is currently cursed. Anything like that? Everybody's coming in clean.
Maybe. I don't think Rain's technically cursed.
No curses, but I do believe that's the weave imprinted onto her.
Yeah.
She looks very rough. What exactly is it that you're trying to bring out of her?
Her mind, right?
Bring
She's
her out
currently
of her.
disconnected from her mind. Okay, we
Yeah.
can work with that. We can do that.
She
She
tried,
tried to
use...
cast a wish.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, we'll do what we can.
Insight.
All right, everybody, gather around.
I
Gather
believe that
around.
Inger will do what she can, for the record.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Still my
Every
favorite.
now and then I
Boom, 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 boom. Just like a steady beat starts going. Sarcha, make sure no one's opening their eyes. Boom, boom, boom. And she's going to lull you into a trance. She's going to say, okay, just like last time, going to go lay down and feel your body go deep, deep into the earth. Deep, deep, deep into the earth until finally find yourself in a cave. And you guys go down. Visually, you start to feel as if you're going, and she's going to start chanting some magical words.
Abracadabra.
And you're going to start to imagine yourselves in a cave with a stream running through it. And a little boat is just going to be kind of gliding down. And in that boat, almost like a funeral boat, like when they like send Vikings out, there's just like a rain laying down in the boat. And I would say that there's kind of like a tunnel, you know, like those love tunnels with like the swan boats or whatever, where like they kind of come out one tunnel into another. So you're kind of in this cave and you just see one kind of darkness from one tunnel, and you just kind of see the boat going through, and it's like right coming up to where you can hop in the boat essentially. And it looks like it's about to go into some deeper, darker place. So what do y'all do? Do you get in the boat, or do you choose to do something else?
Audra's
No
gonna
hesitation.
Yeah, Audra jumped right in
Yeah.
the boat.
Clementine too.
In the boat?
All right, everybody goes into the boat and kind of surrounds Rain, and Rain is currently completely eyes shut, just laying down in there. Her face currently marked with the dragon mark. And you guys just kind of slowly drift off into this dark, dark cave. Even if you have dark vision, it goes like completely dark. And eventually you just start seeing this glowing coming from the water and then bouncing off the cave, where you get all these greenish blue colors just kind of bouncing all over. And it's almost like you're in this tunnel of like vortex colors just kind of going all around. And as you go through, eventually you start to see light from another side. And as you go through, you make your way into just kind of like this blinding light. And once it washes over you, you are in a little stream going through a tiny little cottage village. And you notice a few huts here and there, like kind of smallish houses, but then you start to hear some screams, and off in the distance you see smoke coming up from some of the huts, and you notice that some of them are on fire. And
Whoa.
an image that the characters would, or the players would recognize, but not necessarily the characters. You just see all sorts of huts on fire and stuff like that. You hear people screaming. You hear sounds of blades slicing through people and stuff. And Rain in the boat begins to like kind of shake, being like really, really uncomfortable by everything, and almost like she's going through some kind of trauma. You are just at a dock area where you could get off to potentially go up there. What do y'all do?
So I'm sorry. So we're in the same boat with Rain.
You're in the same boat with Rain,
Okay.
yeah. And it looks like you're coming through a spot that none of you would recognize. I don't think even Clementine would recognize. But you see a whole bunch of flaming houses on fire and people screaming and stuff. And kind of out in the distance, you can see that there are some warrior type people cutting people down and stuff.
I'll just say if we want to get out of the boat, I'm gonna bring Rain with us. I don't want to just let her keep drifting off without us.
Can we not tie the boat up?
I guess can we just do
could
that?
we moor it?
Yep, yeah, you can tie the boat up. Yeah, there's rope and
Yeah,
stuff.
I
You
just
can tie it
don't
at the
want
dock.
I just don't want to leave Rain Mosesing away from us, you know.
Yep.
Clementine, does this look familiar to you at all?
I've never seen this before. This is in the deepest parts of her mind. What did you do with hunters mind.
Well, we were in his blood.
There were doors.
Yeah. This is much more like a theme park ride. Do we
Sorry.
stop the slaughtering?
Maybe I.
And-
At some point, you see a little girl version of Rain hop out a window and start running off in a different direction. And not too long after, you see a dwarf kind of like look around the corner and start to follow her.
Oh, no. We can't
Okay,
have that.
now we stop.
Yep. I
Yeah,
bolt after the dwarf.
I will very quickly tie the boat down and then run after everyone else.
Yep.
Okay. So let's get some initiative going.
Oh, okay.
I will.
Should I just declare myself
Bring us
last
over.
if I'm tying the boat first?
Oh, I should have also said, sorry, we kind of forgot about Arantis, but Arantis would have been like, I'm not getting in on this ritual thing. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Arantis and Audra trying to lie down inside of this hut? No way.
Oh my
It's
god.
just too crowded. Yeah, I'll just volunteer.
Arantis probably like, I'm gonna stand watch outside. I don't want any crazy shit happening. I'll get
Yeah.
you guys if something happens.
Yeah.
He's gonna do his normal sentry guard thing.
I volunteer to be last in the initiative since I said I was going to tie the boat.
Okay,
If we just want to
Rolling initiative.
put me there.
that's fine.
We are. I'm just saying I can be. It makes sense. Like I wouldn't also be with everybody if I stopped to do that.
Okay.
I guess you should still roll to see if you're before any of the.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay.
I'll do an ambush on there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I just realized.
Hey!
Things in here.
You're really taking him by surprise here, Anwar.
They'll never see me coming.
By the way, I am proud of calling Ember Wanwar in chat earlier. I hope that one sticks.
Wow, we got some bad initiatives.
Yep.
To be fair, they're already doing things in the village, so we're just kind of rolling up. It fits.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not good. We're all like single digit.
Yeah, Audrey, you didn't even have to volunteer going last. You were just going last.
Okay.
All right, let me just roll a couple collective rolls real quick. Oh, no! Oh, it's-
Oh,
there
rocks
goes the
fall. They
dice.
all die.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. That accounts.
all right,
We all
I'll roll
lose.
it again. Oh, frick.
No.
Okay. They nat 20'd. That's how this initiative's going.
I don't believe you.
Let's tell you.
Insight.
Baddies and then NPCs got a 13.
This has got to be our worst initiative round we've ever had.
I think in any
Yeah.
in any campaign, honestly, this might be the worst we've ever had.
We've never been the bottom 5.
Yep. Never.
It's really bad.
Well, it's okay. You're just trying to save an innocent child. All right. So, starting with their turn, yeah, you got a number of baddies. Dude up here slices down with his big old greatsword. Slices down a villager. There's some kind of mage out in the back, shoots off some scorching rays, and then another house catches on fire, and some other stuff. Anyways, that's them. Rain. I would say that the dwarf, very much like that flashback that we once had, the dwarf goes up, swings and misses, and little girl Rain has like a little knife and just jabs it right in his side. And then he is going to pull up his thing and just boom, knock her out cold. Right there. So she's not dead, but I'm just gonna give a little what kind of ouchie can I give? Boom, she got hit. Okay. So we'll just call all of that their turn. Villagers, there's a woman who's gonna try to run away. 6. She's gonna run away only to see a mage nearby. Little kid's gonna try to run away. There. Okay, that's all of them. Chimera.
Oh shit. I don't want to like distract the 2 people down the fucking middle. Nah, I'm gonna go hit that guy with my shield. No, I'm not. I'm gonna throw the shield at these 2 to distract them, hopefully. Okay. Bonus action first. We're gonna bring out the echo just for the hells of it. Beep boop. And
Okay.
then here we go.
Are you gonna try to have the first one get hit on the way back too?
Yeah, so it's gonna
Okay.
be him, and then the first one again.
Okay.
So, 1. Oh, oh dear. 2. Okay.
You saw that, right?
I did. That's why I got scared.
right.
Oh, gonna be a bad day.
It's gonna be a bad day.
Zooms right past the first guy, hits the second guy, then hits the first guy on the way back, and then comes back to you. So you hit both of them once.
Hey.
That's nice.
Nice. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and I don't want them going after the kid over there. I don't want them rounding the corner and going after Rain. I want them on me.
All right, yeah, you get both of their attention. Like it hurts them a bit, but not enough to like bloody them or anything. But still solid hits. Solid hits. Anything else on your turn?
Gonna regret my decisions. Other than that, we're good.
Alrighty, Hunter, you're up.
Okay. So Hunter is dashing up here. I could go a couple ways with this. Think what I'm gonna do. I'm going to holler out to this dwarf. I think now's the right time to give a detailed introduction and explain your whole deal. And I'm going to cast suggestion on him. And I'm going to try to get him to monologue about his life story.
Okay.
It's
DC 15.
15
for-
wisdom, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Hoping that
It's gonna
dwarf
be
has a low
close,
wisdom.
depends on the modifier. Wisdom. Not one of his best. He fails that.
And
So he's gonna turn right over to you. He's just gonna say, "Cleansing the filth," and he's gonna start looking like he's ready to hit ya soon.
Oh, so that wasn't a long drawn out introduction and details.
That's not what you suggested. You suggest like, tell me what you're all about.
I guess my choice of words betrayed me there.
We got what you were going for, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, bonus action. I'm going to. It's like I can't use any more movement. I want to hide like behind these bushes, but I've already
Okay,
moved my 40.
you can bonus action hide. As a rogue, you can totally do that.
Okay. And I'll pop in there.
All right, give me a stealth check.
But I kind of want to like feint it so it looks like I'm running away, but I'm like tucking in so I can ambush him.
Okay. I will say that it looks like you successfully do that.
Cool.
I really like the "tell me your story, thank you, bye" move.
Right? Oh.
Alrighty, Anwar.
Is this a tree here?
Yeah, that's a tree.
All right. Then I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and see Hunter hiding behind a bush
Yep.
and being
Crouch
like,
down.
"Yeah, let's not." And Anwar's gonna kind of flip open his control panel on his arm,
Uh-huh.
and then like hit some buttons, and that's gonna move, and then some primordial scorched font is going to appear on his arm. He's like, "Let's see if you like." Speaking of burning, you know what they say? What goes around comes around. And he's gonna activate it, and then a little rune is gonna fly over and then burn into his metal armor, I assume.
Yeah, metal armor for sure.
About time we
Amar's
had one of
going
these.
to activate heat metal.
All right. Do you do it on his? So you do it on his armor, not on his hammer, just to be clear.
His armor, yes. So when it's on his armor, he can remove it. If a creature is holding or wearing the object, it takes damage from. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object. If it does not drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. So
Okay, well he can't take off the armor, so 2d8 when it casts out, you need to roll 2d8.
4 fire damage.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, you do a little bit of fire damage. And that's going to continue on each of its turns.
When I use a bonus action, I can cause it to burn once again.
Okay. All right.
And that is what he's got. So he's concentrating on that right now, and he's just kind of remotely operating that heat metal.
Yeah, you definitely piss him off. And he was already looking your way anyway. Clementine.
How tall is the house?
That's a good question. Probably most of them are only like 1 story, so let's call it, to get clear over it and the flames, let's call it 25 feet.
Okay. So if Clementine were to go up just 30 feet, sprout her wings, she would be able to see over it?
Yeah, probably there would be some flames blocking, but I wouldn't call that obstructed view. Like, you can still see through it.
Okay. So I think she's just going to go straight up and Eldritch Blast the guy who went after Rain.
Okay. So you don't
So-
move horizontally at all, just vertically.
Yep, just vertically up the 30
Okay.
feet. There's the first one.
Nice.
There's the second one.
Yeah, they hit.
Okay. Yeah, she basically yells out, "Pick on someone your own size!"
Okay, 2 sevens. All right. Total of 14. He gets hit by 2 things. What's the flavor of your Eldritch Blasts? Are they like purple and colorful, or what are they like?
Yeah, I think they're like fairy dust blasts, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, he gets hit kind of knocked back a couple of times. And he looks up and just like, bloody Fae. That's his turn. Or sorry, I guess is there anything else on your turn, Clementine?
No.
All right, Audra.
So she hears Clementine say, "Pick on someone your own size," and Audra gets like a grin on her face and runs around the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And coming around the corner, Richard, if you can please make me big.
Yep.
Because if Clementine's going Wasp, I'm going Ant-Man or Giant Man.
Okay.
And when Clementine says, pick on someone your own size, here comes Otter on the corner. Or someone bigger. And then that's an action to get big. And so I will drop Sister Blade as a bonus action right in front of this dwarf and attack him.
All right.
Okay. This plus... Boo, this. Hey, 21. That ought to be a hit.
That hits.
Alrighty. I can't... It's only a weapon attack that I get to do my special thing. Hey, but... no, not max damage, but still good damage. 9 force.
All right. Yeah, that's a solid hit.
Yeah.
You bloody his nose from that. You hit him, gets him right in the face, and blood starts dripping down his face.
All right, those are all my actions.
Alrighty. With that, let's see what we got here.
Music sucks.
1, 2, 5. All right, this guy is going to come up. He looks like he's got some holy armor on and like some what do you call it? So like a holy symbol on his shield and a sword and stuff. And he's going to try to take a swipe at you. Is the correct one, right? Yeah. Oh, he is going to take a strike and is going to cling off your shield and not hit you. I believe, yep, that's all he can do. This person around here.
We got that side of the field, right, Chimera? We got this one guy and you got everyone else?
I'll
Listen,
do my best.
Listen, as soon as we get this one guy, we'll back you up.
This person way off over here is going to have a crossbow and try to shoot that little boy.
Which
geez.
person?
And hit him. There's a person all the way out here.
Okay, sorry, I
And
didn't
there's
see
a
you,
little
Ping.
boy villager running.
Oh no, Benny.
Gets him and falls, face plants right into the grass.
Ah, well, these are just mind
Um,
people. It's fine.
They're just manifestations of our subconscious. It's
Yeah.
fine.
That wasn't a real boy.
There's going to be a scorching ray out to this person. This doesn't matter. Like another woman on fire. Ah!
Jeez.
6. Let's see if there's a line of sight there. Yep, just barely.
No.
Gonna try to do a scorching ray against Echo. First one will not hit. He's got one last one. Echo's AC is what right now?
17.
Ooh.
I need to get my AC up.
Um,
What's your AC?
16.
That's not bad though.
It ain't great.
yeah, it's still not bad. All right, so yeah, shoots out the final one, and it's just got just enough cover that it clips the house instead, and the Echo is fine. So that's all of them except for dude here, who sees Audra really as the biggest threat right there. So he's going to run up, kind of like past the blade, I guess. I think he can go through a blade square.
Yeah, and it has no opportunity to attack.
Okay. So he's gonna kind of duck past that and run forward with big old warhammer. I guess
Did
Hunter
he-
didn't ready an action, right?
Didn't have the
Just-
action ready.
But you are hidden, so next time you definitely would get a good sneak attack on it.
Has this guy made a con save yet?
No. Does he need to?
If a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it can. If it does not drop the object, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
He got an 18.
Then that passes.
Okay. With that, he is going to take a swipe at Audra with his big ol' hammer. That's going to be a miss. Let's see.
Audra just looks down at him.
He is going to take an action surge and swing again. What's your AC?
It is 20.
Okay, yeah, he is no match for you. Just like, whoom, swing and a miss. Second time, you just like push it back with your giant hand. And he's just gonna use his last bonus action to kind of shore himself up. And he's going to recover a bit of HP. And that is his turn, and now we are on the remaining villagers who are all dead. Except for presumably Rain's mother, maybe somewhere. Rain herself is knocked out unconscious. I'm just gonna take NPCs out of the turn order. Chimera, you're up.
I'm a whack him.
Okay.
After. No. Yes, I'm a hunter's mark him first as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then we're gonna. Oh, that was
That's a
close.
miss.
I hated that.
Clangs off of his shield.
Oh,
Oh, that one definitely gets him, though.
Okay,
nice.
so that's. Sorry, bear with me. I always get overly excited with this. It's 8
As you should.
plus 2d8 plus 1, 2d6 plus 6. 30.
Fuck, how do you kill this guy?
On one of his attacks as he comes in, like his arms raised, and she takes that opening opportunity to just do a quick stab and then discard his body, keep moving forward.
You discard, so you stab through, pull out, he just falls limp and falls over. Where are you running off to now?
I might be moving straight ahead to keep their attention over here. Because all of the other NPCs are dead and all that's left is Rain.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else with your turn?
I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. She's gonna be moving 5, 10, 20, 25. She's getting up there, and we're gonna go ahead and unleash Incarnation, and she's gonna attack as well.
Alright.
$18.
Okay. Oh shoot, I never did move this guy on his turn, did I?
No?
You did. Oh.
Okay, yeah, I need to move him next. Okay, he's gonna go after the Echo, assuming
Okay.
he lives. 18 will hit.
Okay. 12.
Solid hit. Slices through him pretty good.
And that's it.
Alrighty, he's gonna try to attack back. And nat 20s.
Ah, what a bitch. Okay.
Would have cut off the head, but just makes the Echo go away. And is going to step forward. 1, 3. And do an action surge and try to attack the real Chimera. Alright, what's your AC right now?
19.
That will not hit. So he's also going to bonus action, give himself a little second wind here. Okay. And he's just gonna scream in your face like, "Get back, you bloody frickin' orc!" And that is his turn. And so that was Chimera. Is there anything you do with action surge, or is that it?
I think we're okay for now.
Okay, Hunter.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action dash and get right up in this dude's face and gonna shank him with my beer.
I'm assuming Dwarf takes an attack up.
I was sneaking. I don't know if he would have seen it.
Yeah, since you're not like doing a sneak attack on him or anything, I will grant you that he doesn't take a reaction because you hid. I'll give you
Okay.
something for that.
Cool.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you bonus action dash over, and you get to that guy who is causing fire in a lot of places. Oh yeah, you hit.
All right. And then I feel like there's nothing I can add to that. I don't get sneak attack.
Still hitting the mage though. 10 is a good amount of damage. That hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just gonna sneer at him and say, "Run." I think that's all my action. Movement bonus attack.
Okay. Anwar.
I'm gonna go ahead and be like, I think this thing is. It's because we're in a water wizard. That's why. He's gonna hit the buttons again, and he's gonna use the heat metal again.
All right. Do I need to roll anything, or are you just rolling damage?
Go ahead and unroll a con save. That's better. 12 fire damage.
Okay, his con. 16.
16. He just barely fails. So every time I use that burn attack, he has to make a con save. And if he fails, that means he has disadvantage on attack throws, attack rolls. It's had like a brain fart moment. And skill checks.
Okay. Yeah, he's really burning up at this point. He's really feeling it.
I was like, all right, that's good. That's better. And he's gonna move over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, 5. This lady, she just shot a kid, right? Right
Here.
That was this guy up here.
No, that was the guy up here. She has just been kind of running around the side, kind of trying to flank around.
Can I do an insight to see what she's trying to do there?
Sure.
14.
14. It looks pretty much like it was. She's just kind of like running over, looking over the side, and as you're looking over, you're like, there's totally a person creeping behind that corner there.
Hey, you in the shadows. I see you. I can see you. No, you're not full. And he's gonna slap his arm, and it's gonna turn into a lightning launcher, and he's gonna take 2 shots at her.
Okay.
I can see you. You're right. I see you.
I would say partial cover for this, because I think the intention is she's like creeping around the corner.
Fair enough.
My poor player's handbook. It's in.
That will not hit.
See if the second one does.
Second one, with the cover, I think will not hit. It's just barely gonna clip the building.
Okay. All right. Well, Flower's gonna be like, "You come out here. You know what's gonna happen. Those are warning shots. So you just turn it around. Go off."
Clementine, what do you do? This this dwarf is not looking very good. This person sneaking around over here has not been hit yet.
I think Giant Audra's got it for there. I think Clementine's gonna fly over forward and provide some air support for Chimera.
Okay.
Uh,
I like that you're our attack chopper.
Yeah.
so let's attack him twice. Does that roll attack and damage at the same? Yes, it does.
Nice. 15 will not hit, unfortunately.
Ow. All right, second one. Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
he's definitely taking fire a bit. I will give you, just because it barely hit to the point where he needs to use his shield, that I'll say that Chimera can have an advantage on her next attack, because he's like really getting distracted by that.
Cool.
But does not take any damage. Anything else Clementine does on her turn?
Nope, she has no bonus action stuff apparently.
Okay. Audra, dwarf guy is
Uh-huh.
trying to hit you and failing miserably. What do you do?
I look down at him, and I just kind of do like a, well, you brought this on yourself. And I'm going to take attack and my bonus attack. Let's turn, I'm guessing the first one misses.
Yep.
So let's channel divinity this into 2 hits.
All right. Both will hit then.
Yep. If this is a thing where only 1 hit is enough to get rid of them, can I have my bonus action back?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Because I will tack on my special holy juice. What do you call it? Radiant damage for 14 on the first hit.
Oh, you're right.
That is enough to take him down. Describe how you take him down.
It's not even actually like particularly violent. She just like looks at him, looks up at Rain, and then just does like a dismissive like just like side swipe that just like knocks him to the side so she can be on her way.
Yeah, with that radiant damage included in there, that will be enough to take him out.
Cool. All right, so what I want to do, Richard, you let me know how much of this I can do on this turn, is stow my shield and like hold, like pick Rain up and be holding her like this while I've got my sword in my other hand.
Sure. That's your bonus action?
Yeah, that's what that would be.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do
cool.
that.
Oh wait, I need
Put
the
you right
blade
there.
there because that's where it was. Okay, cool. So that's what I do,
All right.
and I just
That is what
free
you do.
action yell out, "I've got her!"
All right. With that, this dude going to take a swipe at Chimera. And is going to clang off her shield. He's not very strong. Looks like. So that's one. Let's go over to Hunter. Hunter, you went over to this mage,
Mm-hmm.
gave him a good stab, and said, "Run."
Yeah.
And he's gonna look right back at you and say, "You run, rebel scum." He's gonna shoot out lightning like he's freaking Palpatine at you. I'm gonna need you to make a dex save, I think. Let me check.
Sounds right.
Yeah, dex save, please.
Oh, nice.
There's
Good.
that
You take half
rogue.
of this.
Do you have evasion?
Don't think he does because he's part
No.
warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
I'm a mudblood over here.
Yep.
Literally.
Okay.
Through Rowling.
Okay. You will take half of this. Alright, 16. 16 lightning damage. You're able to dodge out part of the way, but still it clips you a bit, and you get zapped.
As a reaction, those crackle, the points that of where the electricity hits me, like
Mhm.
my skin opens up and just fire erupts at him, just point blank, as I
Make a dex save
hellish
as well.
rebuke. Yeah.
Okay. That is a 17 for his save. So that will save, and so he takes 8 fire damage. Ouch. So both of you are somewhat dodging, but also somewhat taking each other's hits. He's not down yet, but that burns like a big, like half of his body, and he's hurting real bad from that. So that him. Dude over here with the crossbow, gonna lurk around and take a shot at Clementine.
How dare
he? Yeah. What's your AC?
13.
Okay. And is going to action surge and take a second shot.
Before he takes the second shot,
Mhm.
I'm gonna use a reaction to do Rebuke of the Talisman. So he's gonna take
Ooh.
4 psychic damage and get pushed back 10 feet.
Oh,
As
okay.
she just like glares at him and be like, "Fuck you."
So did he have to
that.
save for that or anything, or is he just automatically
Nope.
do that?
If they're within 30 feet, I can use my reaction.
Nice, yeah, you shoot him back. He's gonna still attack you again though, but yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did that push him out of line of sight?
I don't think so. Because Rain's 30 feet up in the air. She's like.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, what's your AC one more time?
13.
Oh yeah, then the second hits too. So you are gonna take 2 hits from a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
Let's see. Sorry. 17 total piercing damage.
Ouch.
Ow.
Yep.
Okay.
And this one. Sorry, just real quick. Let me look up. Okay. Hey, Sydney, do you remember what the save is for Dissonant Whispers?
It's a nut whispers. I want to say it's a wisdom save.
Okay. So, Anwar.
I'll look real quick.
Yeah. And yeah, can you also look up the range on it?
Wisdom save 60 feet.
Okay. So you shoot off a couple of things, and you look back, and what you thought looked like a rogue is now suddenly whispering little incantations that are getting into your ear. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, come on. Oh my god.
Ooh.
These rolls have been trash.
So that is going to be 11 psychic damage. And then you must use your reaction to move as far away from it as possible.
My
Far away from her as possible as a reaction. Do you still have your reaction?
Yes, I have not
Yeah, I
used
think
my
you did.
reaction for anything.
Okay. So yeah, you shoot off 2 things. It's like, no, fuck you. And then you're like, ah! It's just suddenly you're overcome with fear and you run off. And that's what happens there. I think that's everybody now. All right, so Kamira, you're back up.
Bonus action. Beep boop.
All right. Just a reminder, you can flank with your own echo. You just can't do your.
Oh, that's
wolf-
right. That's
wolf
right.
tactic.
Yeah, then I'll totally put her with it.
Okay.
Fuck you. There we go.
Second one definitely hits.
If I weren't on the other side of a building and aware of what was happening, I would give you a bump on that. But
8 plus I should know this number by now. Bum bum.
nice.
15.
Does not hit.
Or
Oh,
that,
sorry,
that was
15
the
damage.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Okay. That's a
Is he-
solid hit.
Is he still like up and alive and kicking?
It seems like he was really revitalized for a second with his second wind, and you just took the sails right out of him.
Oh,
You just
well, in that
negated
case,
everything he just did.
I'm invoking that bullshit again. 21.
That hits. Yeah, that hits. Another 10 damage. He's looking real bloodied. You slice him across and he's still standing, but there's blood dripping all, like you get a good gash across his cheek, and he's bleeding really bad.
Ouch.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else for your turn?
No. We'll save action surge for later in this blood palace. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay. Hunter.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and draw the dagger of poisoning mind into my second hand. So we're gonna go for 2 attacks here. So there's one. I'll deal 9 damage, and then why'd I roll twice? And then
You know what? Describe how you kill him on that hit.
I think I pull out the dagger and raise it high, and as he like goes to like block or defend, I just stab right in the neck, and then quick flick as I rush comically like Tim Curry in Clue with the candlestick, and runs through all the way over to
I love it. I love the Clue reference.
Thank you. Over here, and plunge it. Let's see if I actually hit.
This other guy who's in single digits, you might actually kill him with this.
Oh!
Yeah, describe how you kill him, and roll the damage if you like, but you kill him.
Okay, so it's 1d4. Oh goodness, 1d4 plus 1 because.
And max damage on your 1 dice roll. Don't forget.
Okay, so then that would be 9 there, and then sneak attack. Roll the sneak attack. There we go. All right. Cool.
Yeah, he's super dead.
So I think Chimera like sees me like weirdo jogging with the dagger held high, like back and across, and then pop back into her vision, and with a like, yeah. Hey Cam, how you doing over here?
Just imagine from his point of view, it's just like big gash, where he's like, "I'm still alive. I'm still alive."
You need to
Thought he had a moment.
You need to channel Tim Curry.
What was that?
You know, I had a feeling. I just leaned into it.
You need to channel
It's like,
Tim
what?
Curry more often on the battlefield. It works.
Thanks, Tim.
He's not dead. Why did you pray up?
Anything else,
He's
Hunter?
Always out there. I guess technically I do still have some movement. Right, 25. Where are the other bad guys? Okay.
One's lurking around a corner you can't currently see. The other, you don't have sight on either of them right now.
Okay, I will. I guess I'm going to tuck into this corner and assess the situation.
Okay. If you're tucking into a corner, I'll just take you.
Ooh, thank you.
Alrighty, Anwar. So, somehow, after all of that fearful stuff in the Valley of the Dead and everything else, nothing terrified you quite like that just did, and it's hard to make sense of it, but here we are. What do you do?
I don't like you.
Still hasn't taken a single hit.
I know. All right, I'm working on it.
Oh, and Artem, what was it a D4? I don't know. I didn't get the exact damage when the guy got blasted back. 10.
Just straight for psychic.
Oh, all right. There it is. Hey, sorry, Anwar, go ahead.
I can move back, right?
I think so. I think you just had to use your reaction to move away from it, but
I think he's just gonna go back.
Yeah, it doesn't say you have to, like, you can come back. It's just
Yeah,
for
you
that
can come
round.
back. Yep.
Actually, no. Is she still kind of behind cover?
Half cover.
Half cover. Why are you so far away? Anwar will attempt to make 2 more lightning launcher attacks.
Okay.
$17.
That's the same as last time with the half cover, just barely misses. That'll hit.
And an extra d6 on the first one for a total of 16 lightning damage.
All right, yeah, you get a good zap at her, and she yells, "Son of a bitch!"
Like, ah, yes. And
Actually,
then-
you know what? What you're gonna hear is, "Oh, son of a bitch!" And it sounds much more manly than you're expecting.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting. I'm leaving now. And then Anwar's going to move somewhere out of sight.
You had done so much work on addressing your fear, Anwar.
Like, I'm not running away out of fear. I'm running away because I choose to.
This isn't fear, it's tactics.
Clementine, you just got shot twice from some guy who looks not much older than a squire. What do you do?
Yeah, that wasn't particularly nice. She's gonna shoot back at him with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Oh, come on. With the fucking low rolls. And then she's just gonna take cover behind the house.
You might have been within 30 feet of Chimera for,
I was just checking the distance, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, I'd give it to you. Because 25 feet plus in the air, still the diagonal, I think. I'd count that if you want to re-roll that one.
Okay. Never mind.
Wow,
Doesn't
the
matter.
dice just freaking hate you tonight.
Sydney. Oh,
Nexus
no.
event.
Yeah. So your thing just kind of wildly like spins around in a circle, goes, and it hits the freaking little kid all the way out here.
No!
Yep, there ain't no timeline where that doesn't happen. Chimera tried to move it over, like, no, that kid's extra dead. It's just meant to be. Audra.
Well, since I've been on the other side of this house, I don't really know what the deal is with the rest of the fight, so I'm going to continue the route she was going, so...
Okay.
Kind of rounding the corner here. That's where she expected to see Hunter, but he's not there, so we're just going to keep moving.
Can you... Wait. Yeah.
Or as in, like, I saw you fight a guy there, but now that guy's dead, so I'm just going to pull all the way around.
All right.
And as I
you
pull up
run
to
around.
and free action, just pull up to the gang like, what's the situation? Who's left? I've got Rain.
Two people taking, or at least one person over there taking pot shots. So.
Got it.
Yeah, speaking of pot shots, so wait, sorry, Clementine, did you go down underneath so you're not up high to get shot at anymore, or what
Yeah,
were you doing?
yeah. Yep.
Okay.
She went down enough. She's still in the air, but she's like at the 10-foot mark now.
Okay. Given how many of you are around, as a free action, Audra, Chimera, Hunter, do you want to do a quick perception or medicine or anything like that for Rain?
Actually,
It is +0. So.
actually, is Spare the Dying a bonus action?
No.
It might
not-
be
No,
for
that's
you
only if
depending
you're a
on what
certain
kind of
kind of
cleric you are.
Okay, I'm not. I think that's Life Cleric. That's not me.
Or Grave Cleric, something like that.
Well, I mean, technically, I moved and I also, well, I don't necessarily need to bring Rain back in the middle of this fight though, because I could Healing Word her, but like, we might as well just finish the fight first.
Okay.
That way we're bringing her back in a less chaotic moment.
Okay.
But I will perceive as well. Oh, what happened? Well.
Okay. Alrighty. Hunter, you notice there's something off about Rain. You sense a little bit of illusion magic, but hard to tell exactly what. There's something weird going on with that little girl. But that's all you really get for right now. So, let's see. This one, Clementine, are you all the way on the ground, or are you still somewhat in the air?
Somewhat in the air.
Like 5-10 feet?
Yeah, about like 10 feet, right at like the lip of the house.
Okay. Then there's going to be another little dissonant whispers heading your way as well. I'm going to need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Can I roll above a 10?
Apparently not. I'm going to need... So this is going to be a total of 22 psychic damage, and you need to use your reaction to run away as fast as you can. With a reaction, so just your regular move speed.
Okay.
Yeah, you can run amongst friends. That's a good, like, save me. Yeah, because those whispers just kind of came out of nowhere. And then here, 1, 2, they're gonna dash to like regroup with one of their other people. That's their turn. Chimera.
Do I have a sense as to where this lady's like whispering and doing shit from, or like is she pretty well hidden?
Given that Clementine just ran away from that general direction, I'd say that
General gist is
yeah, you know where
okay.
generally where she is. Yep.
Oh look. Just gonna oop, not that button. Oop. And then Echo is gonna like boop. And the Echo's gonna go attack.
So you're able to move the Echo anywhere.
Echo can just be dropped. And
okay.
so long as I can see Echo, I can use bonus action to bring her up.
Okay, so that was a bonus action to make it teleport forward. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, you do that, and the Echo goes right there, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
18.
18 hits. That is...
We'll luck that.
Okay.
Oh, I swear to God.
17 hits.
That got close. That got close.
Oh,
31.
Damn. Describe how you
fighter.
kill this thing.
Really, because like just the angle of it, like Chimera probably sees the Echo just like hacking, no finesse, just like a baseball bat, just into the side of the building.
Hacks her down. Yep. Totally dead-horrific. Anything else on your turn?
I know that there's one like somewhere else. I don't know who's back there. Just like a quick come out, you're the last one. That's it.
Alrighty. Hunter.
Hunter assesses the situation, gets the gist, sheets the dagger, and pulls out the zoom tube, and he zips up to the top of the building here.
Okay.
And then he's going to run and drop off with a
All
downward plunge with Mabir.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that. Yeah, you hit. And I will give you sneak attack for that, given everything that just happened.
Look at all those
There
dice.
you go.
All right.
Oh!
16 damage.
Yeah, you get it. You get him nearly dead. You like stab him right through. He's like, "Ugh," and he like falls down, but isn't quite dead. But that really got him.
I'm gonna whisper.
You know what? Actually, roll an extra d6 for like extra fall damage as you like plunge into him.
Now's the time for a red flag, bud.
And there we go.
Oh dang! All right, I got him. That was 3 for me.
Nice.
Whew.
Alrighty. Yep. All dead. We are now out of combat, and Rain is still currently, little girl Rain is still currently unconscious in Audra's hand.
Yep.
In her arm.
Is she all right?
Well, she's knocked out cold, but she's not in the throes of death or anything, and I'll just like gently lay her down. Well, no, I won't just yet. Shall we head back to the boat and wake her up? Probably better than coming to in the middle of a burning village.
Are we supposed to take her with us?
You know what? Fair point. But let's move away from the flames nonetheless.
Fair enough.
I'll go regular sized and like come over here where everything is not on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll set her down on the ground, and I will reach down, and I'll give her a cure wounds, I guess. Do you want me to roll for that, or just
No, that's fine.
sit here? Okay.
So, you place her down on the ground, and she's got like a huge bruise, like almost like blackened on her face from that hammer hit. And you place a hand on her head, and you begin to cure wounds. And she starts just getting encased in pure light. And then after the light, like it's almost blinding at first, and then when it fades, you see a little girl, but it doesn't appear to be Rain. It's a little blonde human girl. And when you look all around, you see that all of those bodies that you just killed, all of the bodies of the warriors you just killed, they're all Imperial soldiers or cultists.
Oh.
And with that, I think that's where we're going to finish for tonight.
Well, all right.
Man.
Goddamn.
So.
Holy shit.
We did it, guys. We saved the city.
That is accurate.
Wow. Good thing we're in a brain and not, the real world, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, man, a lot happened this episode, y'all. And we don't get to recap it for like a month.
A month or two,
geez.
yeah.
Right? Yeah, because we're starting Sid. Are we starting Strahd next week? Is that the
I
plan?
think we're taking a break next week and kicking up the following week.
Are we taking
Okay.
next week off?
I think she just told us we're taking next week
I
off.
think-
Well, no. Well, you saying you're not DMing is not the same as us taking a week off, though. That's why I was clarifying.
Okay, well, Sydney's not DMing next week.
Okay.
Is anyone DMing next week?
I don't think so.
All right.
Then we will
Jackbox?
take a week off.
Yeah.
I'll be back in time from the West Coast, but if we're not doing anything, that's fine. Okay. Well,
Wait,
that's
so let's say we're back on the 10th.
Yeah.
cool.
Officially spoopy time, guys.
Spooky
yeah.
season.
Excited. Well, all right.
Fine.
That's that.
You're gonna knock them dead.
It's gonna be
They're not
fun.
get
And
bored.
yeah, man, we did a lot this episode. Well, okay. We'll see everybody in 2 weeks then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. I hope there was enough head